Going to the office.
Well, you can't. You going to the office anyhow. I was just late.
I'm going with a full stomach, though. I bet y'all don't be hungry when I get in there.
Oh, you done got your plate.
That's right. That's why I'm late.
He already get his plate.
Man, you can't.
Just walk in the door when it's right up.
You cannot come to a West. You can't come down to a breakfast at West Field and don't display it.
Yeah,
How
no.
you gonna be in these people's place and don't display it?
It's called product placement. Product
That's
placement.
called putting it where it needs to be, in my stomach.
That's called renegotiate my contract.
That's exactly what that's called.
That's what I'm doing. Get here at 7 and go straight and eat. I figure that out now.
Oh, ain't no way you ought to be sitting in here without a plate in front of y'all. Y'all scared to eat. Don't want to eat in front of people.
I know. After I eat, I want to go to sleep. So.
Right now.
Do what, buddy?
That audio sounds good. It's solid.
Good. Good.
Yeah. I can tell you right now, ain't no need you talking about my food, Buckethead.
I'm talking about your
Them
food.
folks saw you eating the other day. Actually, you should have came up to the
Yeah,
restaurant.
for real. Yeah, I watched y'all for a minute. Because, the Debris kid from Cherokee County plays for Liberty. So,
30 seconds.
We already screened.
Yeah, put a chairs here.
Okay.
15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you guys are a go, 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 go.
Welcome to another edition. If y'all can see, this is the Saturday morning breakfast club. You can see we got the principal, the sheriff, the preacher, whatever one you call it, that watches over us. He's not here today, so it's gonna get ugly. Ain't it?
It's gonna get ugly.
Gonna get ugly. I feel like last night we had some really good football played, and we were at one of the locations that was probably one of the best atmospheres.
it really was. So.
And for White Plains to pull that victory off, that was a big deal.
It really was. You can see there was a lot of excitement in the air. They came to play last night. So, I'm glad I got to see it in person.
And I watched you guys. That's why I'm late this morning.
Because you watched
I
us.
stayed up all night trying to watch y'all. Then the after the game scores, TV 24. Man, they just kicking tail. I mean, it was replay. Everything looked wonderful.
Yeah,
Even they made you look good, Buckethead.
I figured it was probably King wasn't there.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I don't know. I
That's
mean,
okay, well,
it's something like that. It
ain't
could be.
nothing wrong- nothing wrong with that.
No. But back to the game. Me and Coach Chandler was talking last night. Dex, when we were locking up, leaving the stadium, and we look back. That may be the biggest win White Plains has had since the last time they beat Cleveland County.
Yeah, because, like I say, we talked about last night, it may be a lot of implications in that game. And next week coming up is going to be really, really big if that really happens. So Coach was happy. The players were happy. I talked to Dylan this morning about his knee. So he says it's just sore right now. So hopefully he's going to be okay.
Yeah, that's Chandler called his brother last night to make sure and said that. And what we're talking about, superstar athlete for White Plains, Dylan Barksdale, after the game, had tingling in his hands, got numb, and got a.
Was it Dylan or his brother? I think
It was his brother.
Yeah, his brother.
It was
What's his name? I don't know his first name, but they had to end up calling the ambulance just
yeah.
to make sure he got
They just
okay.
checked on him after the game.
Yeah, 'cause I mean,
You know what?
But
But he runs so many touchdowns.
Yeah, right.
And
body was tired.
and so he was tired. And when you get fatigued, your body does start doing things like that.
He
So
laid down on the field a couple times, cramps.
Yeah,
I saw him cramping. And they kept thinking it was his ankle, but he was cramping.
yeah. He played a great game.
He
last
did.
night.
oh
He
man.
literally put that team on his shoulders.
You know,
And I said that before the game.
Yeah.
They're only going to go as far as Barksdale takes
Yeah,
them.
and he took them a
And,
long ways last night.
And,
you know who
and
we remind me of last night?
who?
The King.
Now King had some breakaway speed, so I might go with you on that. He run away from them boys a couple times. But congratulations to White Plains, Coach Jennings. it's great to see coaches have success,
Yeah.
and especially when you're going through the turmoil and now you got the state. You worried about what's going to happen this week in the vote, and you probably don't know this. So
you're going to bring that up.
they are. Here's what I say, and
They
somebody's going to have to go against me on this. If White Plains wins next week and is in the playoffs, they're in the playoffs. I don't care what the state says. I don't care what nobody says. There's no way they can keep them out of the playoffs.
They're going to appeal, so they're going to find out
This week,
if they're going to be able to make the playoffs. So.
Region 6, which is what White Plains is, 4A Region 6, is already, I'm not Region 6, but the region has already appealed it.
Yeah.
And they've already approved it. So that it's going to go through. So now we're just waiting on the state to handle it. And
the same state with me you've been talking about?
yeah, the same state.
The same state.
Yeah, same state. Listen, it ain't gonna. Listen, I'm gonna
You
tell
want me to put something in my mouth?
Hold on, I gotta talk. Give them a
Go
prep
ahead,
talk. State, it ain't gonna be good for you if you don't rule the way you should rule right now. I'm just telling you how it is. It just ain't gonna be good for you. And I don't know how else to say that, but if they rule against White Plains and they become playoff eligible
In how many years?
since 1994, so how do you keep a team out that finally made it
Almost 30 years.
and hasn't done anything wrong? Zero.
Since Benjamin Franklin discovered the
Zero. I ain't going there. But I'm just saying, how do you keep?
How do you do it?
How do you keep them out? How do you keep that team? How do you look in them in the face and
You
say,
ain't better do it.
because
You
they
can't do
have, it's not like they forfeited because they did anything wrong.
Yeah.
The forfeit was over.
Safety.
Yeah, it was safety.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, state, you get this one wrong, it ain't gonna be good for you.
Listen.
It ain't gonna be good for
Go
them.
down that road.
Yeah.
You think they're gonna get it wrong?
This is the same state we've been talking about.
Same state.
They've been known to do some, stuff that people don't like. So decisions, I put it like that.
You know the governor was upset with about a decision.
I hope she was upset about that. I hope she pulled that little pea shooter out she got.
What you say?
And said, I'm going to be walking the high cotton in White Plains
Yeah.
next Friday night. And whoever wins is going to be in the playoffs.
Oh, you think she gonna come and say? But you know that they
that'd be-
already told her. They sent her a letter there.
Yep.
You know your job is to over this side. Don't cross over the gun line. That's what they told the governor.
And here's another thing.
Can I get a Sprite?
Mumford got destroyed last night by Jacksonville. Destroyed it. And it was homecoming.
On the palm.
And it was homecoming. So pass my water there, King. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
And
You're
so
welcome. You're
Mumford
welcome.
was all sad because they get destroyed on homecoming. They hear the White Plains Cleveland County score. Boy, they had a party last night in homecoming
Yeah, I
because
know
now
that.
they're back in the playoffs.
Because I was really happy for those kids. And
If Mumford beats White Plains, it's a three-way tie for the fourth spot now. If they beat Cleveland County.
Y'all just making a mess out of things.
That we didn't do that. They did it.
White
White
Plains
Plains
did
did that. And
Yeah.
hey, like I said, having Coach Jennings on last night right after the game and seeing the excitement and hearing him talk, you know how good that's got to feel to him and the White Plains Wildcats.
it does. And like Chandler was saying, he carried so many titles. So, he came and talked with us, and then I think he had to drive the bus back to the school, right? Is that what happened? Did he have to drive the bus back to the school?
Yeah, he had to drive the bus, so he went
His head coach.
head coach driving the bus. I said, yeah, in county schools, small schools, you have to do that.
No. That reminds me when Bussy was coaching the baseball team my junior year, the senior year at our. Who you think was driving the bus?
Bussy was.
Bussy was driving the bus. Head coach.
Yeah.
But it was funny. He said, "Hey, I got to drive the bus." You know how we do
Yeah,
when we
we
caught
did,
him going
yeah.
out. He's elated that they
Thank you.
won the game. But he said, "I'll come right back."
Yeah.
And so it was. As soon as he got everybody situated and got them ready to go home, because after the game, everybody eats. The boosters always have them a little food there, and they eat something before they get on the bus.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, little snacks, nothing
Something
big.
something
Yeah,
like that, maybe. Little sandwiches, peanut butter jelly.
it wasn't like that when we were
I'm
playing.
getting ready to say,
But
We didn't do
you
that.
ride home
But-
hungry.
I know. We had to go down to the gas station get us a little snack.
But it was cool to see him and hear him talk about the game.
You could just see, like I said, excitement in his face, the way he was talking. He was happy. For
Oh,
the kids.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for himself as well, but it was mostly for the kids in the community. So
Right.
Well, listen, having family members there, Gary had family members there that coach. Man, it's just so hard because it's been so long, and it's like Coach Probst said, when you are used to losing, it's hard to be a winner.
Yeah, and vice versa. When you're used to winning, you want to win more.
Yeah, yeah. So
that blood in the water is tasting it.
once
They won't.
hey, that big, they're rolling. They beat Talladega last week, so they come out this week and say, well, hey, we can play with these guys, and boy, did they play
good.
with them.
Yeah.
They look really good.
And so, when was the last time they won like 2 games in a row? Not trying to be funny. Has it been a while, or do you?
It's
know?
been a couple. Just they won 2 games about 2 or 3 years ago. Chandler did it twice in his tenure there. So.
Okay, let me ask you this here.
But it's also about scheduling.
Yeah.
No, let me tell you this. Schedule is very important.
Yeah, it's also about scheduling.
All right, last year, me and you went to this Heflin and Talladega game.
Yeah,
And we set up just like y'all did last night.
yeah. That's why we set up there.
Okay, and it beautiful.
Beautiful sight.
Yeah.
Ours didn't work out so good. We didn't have a live
They
view.
didn't want to give us no internet.
No, they won't give us doing that, sir.
They knew we were gonna go all the way out. But what I'm saying is, we was down there last year, and we seen Heflin beat Talladega just like that. Like,
really?
I mean, I thought they were running the score. It was so bad. It was bad. I don't know if you want to pull the score, but it was similar to that.
Oh, it was but worse
But
than
it
that.
was, I think it might have been worse than that.
Yeah, it was worse than that.
And I told Buckethead, I said, man, that's going to be common. It's going to come back one day. And I think Heflin getting a chance to see it at their home field. It came back. Cause actually, I see how White Plains actually
That's that Welborn
slowed
Panther
down
backing
now.
out.
So, good morning.
Yeah.
And it kind of slowed it down. And they weren't trying to run the score.
Yeah.
But came back, though.
Well, I'm going to tell you that, I mean, listen, just
Improved each week as much as Alabama has this year. You can see improvement every week.
You want to see improvement with Alabama. That's probably why you're seeing it.
Yeah.
In your eyes, it just you want to see it.
No, it's happened.
Yeah, you're an Alabama fan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you want to see it.
No, we're showing people what we're gonna do.
Yeah?
I mean, just do it.
Tell the people who's talking to us, man.
this is our Welborn guy. You know, he's a historian because he was telling us stuff about
told-
Welborn last week
It was
that
true.
we didn't know.
If they were true.
Did you know what happened to Welborn last night? Well, let me tell you what happened to Welborn last night. They went down to Randolph County last night
And won.
won with 2 seconds.
2.2 seconds.
2.2 seconds on the clock and won the game, and that will make them be the region champs this year. And they,
How about that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at
Don't
that.
do it. That's good. That's good.
I mean, Jeff Smith, we talked about him last night.
Yeah.
Unbelievable dude. And listen, he loves it when we call him Ric Flair. You know, some people get mad about our antics up here, but
They do?
but Coach will come in and he'll Ric Flair us because he loves it when we mess with him. But he's one of the best old school coaches and a person, family man. His whole family. I love that dude to death.
And his mom loved me.
Oh yeah, and so here's the thing. Don't take nothing personal we say up here. I mean,
No, we just be joking around,
Yeah.
having fun. I mean,
Yeah.
be serious, but I mean, if you can't have fun, and like if you don't, like I said, if you don't like the show, just don't watch it. But
Yeah.
but like I said, with the King and Buckethead, they got to say what they want to say.
I was trying to
regardless.
figure out who don't got upset with us.
That's the good thing about look. We got Dex and Chandler to
like
keep
that.
Dex and Chandler pull us back out of the ditch sometimes because the King will get you in the ditch quick, and I can't even grab the steering wheel quick enough.
Grand Canyon. Don't you?
Yeah, Grand Canyon. Yeah, he gets you off in the canyon. Good to say. Go ahead and eat breakfast. I ain't ate my breakfast yet, so quit saying that word. But like I said, we hit both of them games. We just brought them up that we've talked about was our film room games. We talked about what Welborn had to do and what to be successful, and we talked about what Randolph County had to do to be successful. And they both, I think, did what they needed to do.
Welborn
I
just made
think
that one extra play at the end.
they're exactly right. I mean, because we know how good Welborn's defensive front is, and you talked about a superstar for them.
Yeah, Jabari Williams.
Yeah.
2026 running back. That's a sophomore. That kid's gonna be really good. I mean, he's already good, but I mean, he's gonna be really good. Like,
And Montgomery kid still at Welborn, the big defensive guy.
Yeah, he's a senior this year.
Montgomery's
Jake
a
Silas.
beast
He
now
is.
inside. Y'all seen his it?
Listen,
Yeah, he was one of my first Texas dudes.
we know.
Yeah.
And you talking about a beast. I'm talking about a beast with hair on the neck.
I mean,
Tough. That's a different type of beast.
and then
Did you hear me?
yes, and then we said Dylan Barksdale had to be the guy.
Yeah, and he was.
And he was. I mean, we throwed in a little bit of PJ,
Yep.
and we throwed in a little bit of Rodney,
Yep.
and Barksdale said, "I got it,
Yeah,
boys."
I mean, the thing about it, he was, once he did what he did, he was still kind of, shooken up and injured just a little bit. Not injured, but hurt a little bit.
Uh-huh.
He still was out there balling. So,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I want
yeah.
y'all to talk to me about this receiver that White Plain got. I think he caught about 2 or 3 touchdowns, and they kept calling him what kind of play
That's
or something.
RPO.
Oh,
RPO.
Yeah.
You know what the RPO is?
No, that's what I came to ask you this morning. What's the name?
Run, pass, option.
That's what they call it.
Quarterback can run it,
Yeah.
Pass.
pass it,
Yeah.
or you fake the run, and then he can look. That's why it's called run, pass, option, because he fakes the run and then rolls out. He's either once he rolls out, he's got the option to either pass or run it.
Yeah, because I ain't seen him fake no run. I seen him come up and throw the ball straight to that point.
Well, that's how run, pass, option is RPO.
Yeah,
That's
but
like
he ain't fake the run.
He's holding the linebacker. You hold the linebacker.
in a shotgun.
Yeah, but you hold the linebacker when you fake it. The linebacker got to respect that run.
Yeah.
So that then the wideout gets behind the linebacker and gives it that split second, that one step to get that pass in.
But he did like 3 times.
Yeah, it was Rodney Perry that called it.
But you know who really did that back in the day before it was called the RPO? Remember Jamel Holloway, the player for Oklahoma, the running back whenever the option? Walter Lewis, and I think Regis Flack or who was it for Auburn? Not Cam, it was before Cam. They was always good at running the option.
It may have been Reggie Slag God, what was the
Was
guy?
it Nick?
And it was
Philadelphia doing it right
you had
now.
Randy White, Reggie Slag. I mean, Randy White was a little older than
I
that.
was gonna say, you said Randy White.
Yeah.
I had the Cowboys Randy White.
No, there's 2.
Stan White.
His quarterback didn't play with the Auburn. But let me say this: you go back to the Wishbone offense. That was RPO all day.
Yeah, it was.
It was RPO all day
I used to love watching
Going to
that.
turn it.
because the pitch was your pass.
Yeah.
You either pitched it or you had the option to pitch it or
It
run.
was just called RP back then.
Yeah,
RP.
RP.
They
Yeah,
got
running pitch.
Pull it out.
Because you ride the fullback
Yeah.
to see what the end does.
Right.
And then if the end crashes, you pulled it. Then you had to run. You say what? And if somebody don't take you, you keep it.
Yeah.
If somebody takes you, you pitch it.
Yeah.
Which now, if somebody takes you, you pass it.
Yeah.
We just took that other back out.
Yeah. So I mean, you know something surprised me at RPO, because like when they pull it, you wonder if the running back's going to try to take it from him. So there has to be like they have to really have that chemistry together to know what each other's going to do. Because I was like, dang, seems like it'd be more fumbles, but it's not.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't know. I couldn't be a running back because I want the ball all the time.
You want the ball all the
He
time.
did too.
You know what? Here's the bad thing about being a wideout or tight end. I really had to block for because I had to block.
you didn't want
Oh, I was the worst blocker in the world. I was the worst tight end in the world. Now I might have been a good receiver. But I was the worst tight end in America.
Because you didn't want to block.
I tailed, bit, tripped, kicked,
No.
scratched,
You were dirty.
dirty as a dog on the end down there. Now, look,
So you had to be though.
yeah, because I was the worst blocker in the world.
Yeah,
And I trip you. Look, I get in that pile and trip you. But I love to block down. You know why I love to block down? Because you was the tackle. You was engaged with the tackle. I got to just block him down. He didn't even want to fight me because he was fighting you. And I just gave him down. I love to block down. I didn't get to do that much. Coach, for some reason, always wanted me to hook that doggone in. It was set up outside of me.
That's too much.
Step hard. I've heard step hard so many times. Step hard.
He thought he was doing steps.
To get out there. So what I do to hook somebody is I
you
would
didn't
get
want to step.
I would take it, get out there, and just grab them up under the shoulder pad and hang on right there. And we'd fall either way we want to fall. I'd tell the back, you just go the way we ain't.
She.
I did.
That's called holding.
I ain't holding.
Yes, that
Now,
is.
today, if you get inside, they don't call holding
You
all
said,
day
you
long.
said today, but then.
Then it was holding.
Hey, but they ain't still when holding was.
No, I didn't see it.
Oh,
I told the ref sometimes, I said, look, you might be able to throw a couple flags at me, not for holding. But look, sometimes you got to let me go now. Cause I ain't,
you holding up the game. That's what you telling?
yeah, quit throwing so many flags. You know I hold every play. You can throw it every play. Don't do it every play.
Every play.
Listen, man. Everybody need to know we down here at Western City every Saturday morning at 7. And you guys come in, y'all set up everything, and it does a wonderful job. But there's no way I'm coming in this place and they got this beautiful breakfast sitting in here and not eat.
Well, we do eat. Well, we wait until after the show.
Yeah, but I ain't waiting.
I know, because as soon as the show leaves, you
gotta
both.
go. I gotta
I
go.
know, you have to go.
Yeah, well,
So,
let the people know why I'm eating.
well, he's eating because he got his own restaurant, and he has to get them butts smoking and get up there and get them out. That catfish
I don't
brine.
serve breakfast.
And they don't serve breakfast. That's right.
Yeah.
So they got to get that catfish brine and get it on out. You know, get it out of there. Dex, anything else last night that you were surprised of?
I'll wait till we get to the scores. I mean, we can go ahead and talk about that 94-7.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Let's just do that. We can
I
go.
want my jello behind that.
We can go to them scores.
That's the one thing that caught my.
We can. You'll be able to see. Let me just stop this, guy. I'm gonna stop this and start it back over and put it
That was
on
bad.
pause.
And see,
Right here, you know, this score here. I'm not really surprised because we know that Mae Jemison was down. We got good friends that coach up there, and but Gadsden City has put together a solid year right
yeah,
now.
they have. And, you know, I actually thought Gadsden City would win. I didn't know they would win by this margin. So, but you know, like I say, what's his name? Kirkpatrick.
Yeah.
I think he had like a 55-yard punt return.
We watched our pregame show and said, "I'll show them," didn't
Yep.
he? Because
Yeah,
me and Dex
he probably got
didn't
mad,
get
man.
on him.
Yeah, he probably
but
got-
we
he probably
just
got
said
mad.
his name gets him a lot more doors open than what the King name would get. But you know, but here's another thing too, Dex. When you got a father like his,
Yeah.
it's hard to grow up in your dad's
It
shadow.
is.
I mean, so
His dad played in the league, NFL
Yeah.
for what, 10 years or so?
I feel sorry for
Alabama.
Chandler.
Huh?
I feel sorry for
Me too.
Chandler trying to be compared to me. You know what
Your
I'm saying?
name is hurt.
Yeah.
I named mine a junior.
I know. Well,
It's rough.
Chandler's middle name's Scott, and it's tough because I feel sorry for him trying to be compared to what I did. They held him to unacceptable standards, just like it did yours, just like it did Gary,
He
little
can't
Gary.
accomplish that. he can't move that fast. But listen, you know, I'm glad
I'm playing Chandler, and he's a 10 times better athlete than I was.
he'll call in. But no, dude, we're going to take this chance to go ahead on and stick it to him, call.
Oh, you gonna go ahead and stick it to him because he gets us every week?
Put my food down.
Oh, you ready to get it now?
I'm going to stick it to him, call. You know, he come in here, all you guys always talking about old school this, and y'all athletes was bigger and stronger, and they faster, and they this and that.
They wasn't tougher than us. I don't care how big and
Listen,
strong they are.
I don't care what they say. Go and put the tape and look at how they do in the NFL. Talk about how the Dick Buckets and Herschel Walker and my big butt from Houston Oilers.
Bo Jackson.
Errol Campbell.
I mean, yeah.
Those I know.
Barry Sanders.
Them ain't no new school. Them
Sweetness.
Old school sweetness. You can't beat that.
No,
You know
sir.
I said.
Yeah, Dorset.
Yeah, I mean, you
So
get
how do
Franco
they?
Harris. Yeah,
So
Franco
my
Harris.
question is, how do they still? They compare people to them. You know what I'm saying? Because they were the cornerstone of football at that time,
Right.
of their time.
Yeah, but
He talking about Well, here's the thing I will say. Like here's the thing I will say. All American people that are in the hall, which I still
Old
ain't
school.
figured out why they ain't called us yet.
I got
But
called
people
yesterday. I'll tell you about it.
people that are in the hall, like we see, there were offensive linemen that weighed 180 pounds. So that's where you see it. Now you got 350-pound linemen
they can move and
that can move as good as that 180-pound guy.
That's a difference.
That's
a
the
big
tall,
difference.
a bigger, faster, stronger.
But listen, I still
Athletes
say,
have always been athletes.
Yeah.
Bigger, faster, stronger applies to the hogs up front,
Yeah.
probably more than anything.
you're looking at a free safety now may come in at 260, 270. That'll knock your head. in the
That's
dirt.
different from when we
Yeah.
played.
Okay, hold on. No, listen, I'm telling you, at 260, 270, come in knock you. When Running Lot was in the back,
But he was 190.
Yeah.
Running Lot. When Running Lot.
But he
was in
knocked the
the back,
K-State out.
Running Lot would knock you into next week.
Oh, ain't no doubt.
Even when broke his finger and was hanging off.
He don't care.
Yeah, he
Take
Ronnie
that
Lott
up.
was the
Take
man.
it up. Take that
Now
up.
listen, we talking about the best ever been.
You got to do your history.
Yeah, we've been talking about the best ever been
That's right.
at defensive back, Ronnie Lott. I mean, if you don't, he sets the bar for every
does.
defensive back.
He really does.
But now he couldn't play in the day He couldn't play today. They throw him out, slap
Yeah,
out.
because they
Throw
start
him-
talking.
yeah, they throw him, slap out.
That's
He would never get to play today.
That's what I'm saying. They got this rule now talking. There wasn't no talking back in the day.
Hey,
You get hit.
And
Yeah.
you know, we got hit hard back in the day. We had concussions. They was like, get back in there and get home, take an aspirin. They ain't had this stuff.
What's a concussion?
And we didn't know what it was.
You ever heard of that?
We just thought we had a headache.
You had concussion? You knew it.
I laid out on the field, and the coach brought some smelling salts, cracked it on my nose like that.
Man.
Went over there and got me some water and came right back in the game. What's concussion?
Help to Gatorade and pat on the back. Huh? Get on back up in there.
Listen, when I broke my knee, I was laying on the sideline,
Walk it
and I
off.
believe if I could have got it, they'd tell you go, you okay? I said,
Walk
Coach,
it off,
I ain't
walk it
okay.
off.
He said, you okay? I said, Coach, I ain't okay on this. I heard it pop, heard it like 1,000 rubber bands.
See, this is the thing right now. All right, they got to understand. They are up to date. They got talent, and they are good. The young cats are good.
Yeah.
But don't sit here and start trying to.
Don't get on that OG.
Talking about that old school.
Yeah.
Ain't this and that because you guys got players back in the day that, like you said, tape up a broke
Hey.
finger this and that. But now they got broke back mountain, kind of a leg.
Broke
leg
back
down.
What do you
You
mean?
can't hit them.
I know.
Broke back, man. I ain't playing on that team. Listen,
How you gonna get hit?
Willie players.
Willie plays. Oh.
Willie plays in this
Oh, yeah.
county. In this county, let's just leave it at that. I'm gonna move on. Wendell Snot Knocker Kelly. I mean, and he was a big old boy back in the day. So when you start talking about big, Wendell's one of them kids that could have walked out right now and played
He
today.
was small.
And no, that's what I'm saying. He can walk out right now and play today.
He hit me a lot.
That's what's wrong with you.
Yeah, I know.
You should sue him.
I already got my paper in. I'm trying to get my stuff in now.
But really, I mean, there's players back then that could walk out. Now they're far and few, but there's players that could walk out and play today.
And you know, sometimes it's hard to compare players of different eras because the rules, like today, is like you said, it's so much lenient. So you know, like I say, with a Ronnie Lott or even Steve Atwater, they would have been kicked out of every game.
I'll tell you this: I love every linebacker that's playing today in our area. I love them. We seen a good one last night that was on the losing side. That's really good. None of them want to line up 5 yards, and hit Tony Young coming across there to stop him from getting the end zone.
Listen
I
to me.
bet you that.
Listen to me. That one that sit right here and keep me and you in line, he would probably knock himself out.
Trying to
He
hit
was
him.
trying
Yeah.
To keep hitting Tony Young, and you be trying to tell him, no, son, come out the game. No, he gonna do it.
He'd knock himself out. Yeah, he would do that. I know him. I know.
He no quit in it.
Nuh-uh, but
Tony Young ain't have no quit in it.
don't quit it.
Wendell Kelly hit Tony Young out at Alexandria my junior year, and I'm telling you, it sounded like two Rams sitting in a valley. It was just quiet. Everybody was like, ooh. And when they hit, both of them stood up, and Tony went back, Wendell went back.
I never tried to hit Tony head on. If I did, I knocked his shoe caps, untied his shoes.
Stay low.
And see, the good thing about it, I could run, so I could get him going down the sideline. Yeah, but head on,
No.
you crazy. Somebody,
Why would you do it?
Somebody better tell somebody.
You had confidence.
Called a popo.
And he was strong. I remember we had a weightlifting competition at Saks, and that was my first time actually seeing him. I was like maybe 15 or 16.
Nah,
And I don't forget, like 400 or 500 pounds on the squat rack. I don't even know if he had on a belt.
He don't need a belt.
He went down.
He come back up.
I was like, golly.
Because the guy throw legs. That's the Earl Campbell of high school.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm truly telling you, Earl
Dude,
Campbell of high school.
his legs were so
I
big.
was like so sharp by that. I don't even think I wanted to lift up of him. Because I was like, I was bigger, but I wasn't stronger.
Okay, so let me tell you this right here. Pell City.
Center Point did exactly what Pell City needed them to do. They went over to Pinson Valley, knocked off Pinson Valley. Pell City wins out. They're in the playoffs. Pell City dropped the ball.
They had one thing.
One job to do. One job to do.
You had one job to do.
The second game, they lost, 3 points or less. So
This is the bad thing
That
about
3
it.
points like a 3,000.
How many one possession games is Pell City going to lose this year? This is the fifth
fourth or fifth.
fifth game they've lost by one
Let
possession.
me tell you what this means. And I hope Tim Emery's up this morning paying attention because he wants most definitely to make sure we talk about these guys. This means this whole season is improvement. Not win, but improvement. That's all you got to say for this year. But listen,
I hate it for them though. They had a chance to slide into that fourth spot, and he just couldn't get it
Need
done.
to be in there. No.
Why are they not? Oh, you just don't want them.
I want them to know.
You want them to get ready.
That's right, cause it's gonna be some smoke in the city.
But here's the
Once
thing.
they
The
get
only
ready.
reason I say that is for the year they've had, the improvement they had, this could have been like a little icing on the cake for the year for the Pell City
Sometimes you
Panthers.
can go to bed without your dessert.
Well, they going to. But let me say this. Talking about, we can't because Oxford ain't on our thing. But since we're talking about this game, Oxford didn't play last night. So since we're talking about this, we know Oxford got a giant rolling in this week.
What's the giant name?
Clay Chalmers.
Didn't they win like 72-0?
Yeah,
last night?
yeah.
Good.
So, but let's look past that game. Let's say that game happens and it goes off like we think it's going to go off, like it's probably going to go off with Clay Chalmers winning the game, close, big, or what? Yeah, you might as well. I mean, I know you a Yellow Jacket and a Hornet.
Say something
but-
like that on TV. You talking about Clay Chalmers beating Oxford.
Dex, do you want to help me on this one?
You need some help.
Yeah, I do. No, I don't really need no help on this. I need help when I'm sitting around you.
You know, and I try to be unbiased.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta
But,
be.
I do think Clay. Now, if Oxford finds a way to stop that big offensive line, because like I say, against Thompson,
You see the offensive line that Pell City just had come up here?
Yeah.
That's nasty.
You
That was
can see a
nasty.
different animal.
yeah, they got a kid that's
6'9",
like 340, 350.
You can see
He can
different
move.
animals. And then this quarterback is going to be the best quarterback Oxford
He's
played all year.
probably the second fastest kid in the state behind Ryan Williams.
Yeah.
He ran like a 10-4.
So that RPO we were talking about, you're going to see a lot of that RPO this week at Oxford.
Have you ever seen a swarm of bees? Have you ever got hit upside the head 15 times?
You know, have you ever seen you ever seen one guy with a ray can
No.
do something to bees? That's what.
What's that guy? I remember
That quarterback got an armful of ray can.
Remember that guy on Arachnophobia? Was it John Goodman? He had the big old spray
Yeah.
can, like,
Yeah, hey.
So what are y'all trying to
But let me just say
Y'all
this.
trying to say
Okay,
something?
here's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Say it.
I'm saying if
Say
the
it.
game goes like I think it's going to go, like most people except homers,
Yeah.
Chandler and Gary, think it's going to go, Clay Chalmers was going to leave with a win. But here's why I wanted to get past that. I'm getting past that. Let me slide past that.
I'm not. You getting it?
Okay, I'm getting past that. The next game's where I'm going.
yeah,
Center Point beat Pennsylvania tonight. They're 7-1 right now. So tell me, they're coming in. Oxford playing at Center Point. Matter of fact, I think it is.
Yeah, and you know,
So that's for second place if Clay Chalmers beats Oxford. Center Point's playing for a home playoff game, and Oxford and Center Point will meet up that next week. And whoever loses is going to be on the road in the playoffs first week.
and Center Point, I mean, Coach Bates does a great job over there. They're one of the least talked about teams in the state that's winning a lot. So they always have great athletes. So it's going to be probably, I mean, personally, I think Oxford may can pull it out. Just my opinion.
Who beat Center Point?
Yeah, I think they can, but
Who beat Center Point?
Clay Chalmers,
Clay Chalmers.
39-14. So that's respectable.
Yeah, but they, but Oxford, this is my opinion, so don't get mad, Coach. Oxford can't come out slow. I mean, they got to play 4 quarters to be Center Point. This is my opinion. So
Okay, so y'all, can I come in now?
Absolutely, Coach. Come on.
I'm gonna explain something to you too, knuckleheads. There's no way that my Yellow Jackets are gonna lay down. I don't care if Alabama or Auburn rolling up.
Oh, I didn't think they were going to lay down.
There ain't gonna be no laying down.
No, I don't think they're going to lay down. You got to beat them down.
You gonna have to come.
That's
in
what I'm
there.
saying.
Yeah, we ain't giving that.
No.
If Oxford offense is on,
it's going to be hard for you.
if
Putting them
Oxford
to stop.
offense is on.
It'll be hard for Center Point
Yeah,
to beat them.
I agree
No,
with
no,
that.
we talking about this.
Oh, you going back to Clay? Leave Clay alone. Don't
I'm
poke
telling
that
you.
bear.
Man, they like made me cuss on TV.
Don't poke that
About
bear.
thinking about Clay.
Don't poke that bear.
Oh, yeah, then Clay has another kid that's really fast, too, Mario Craver.
Yeah.
He's not as fast as Jay Mbakwe, but he's really fast. So he's probably they're gonna have the 2 fastest kids on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. So, but he's a receiver, and they're not known for their passing right now. So if Oxford stops the run against Clay Chalmers, and this is what I'm thinking, if they can stop the run and the Oxford offense is rolling, it's gonna end up in a good game. That's just my opinion.
I think so, too. I think so, too. I think home field advantage, and let me just say this to all the Oxford fans. Next week is your game.
Yeah.
that you've been waiting on for 3 years, 4 years. We've young, we're growing up. Next week is the game that you've been waiting to play. This is the game where everybody's saying Clay Chalkville beat Thompson. Clay Chalkville's they're probably the second best team in the state because we know Sarah Land's number one. So they're saying, here's Oxford's time to shine. If we don't pack this place out next Friday night, then
I ain't worried about packing. I don't care if 2 people show up at the ball.
Do you really?
I need my team there.
no, it's
You're
time for this
I ain't got
community.
time. I ain't got time.
This community has got to respect
Yeah.
what coach is doing there.
Listen, if they don't, that's gonna be on them. But I'm telling you right now, I need my kids ready to do what they gonna do. But I'm gonna let you know now, if we mess around here and shock y'all little mind, shock the world, I don't know what y'all gonna do Saturday morning.
Here we go.
We'll give y'all props. I mean,
No,
we will. I mean, I'm
Listen, Gary.
The show gonna
Hey,
have
with
to
all
shot.
due
I'll
respect,
be over there.
listen,
Come
with
on,
all
Big
due
I'll
respect,
bring the show to me.
Dex, with all due respect to the King, we'll hear sirens next Saturday, but it's gonna be the ambulance bring. It ain't gonna be the doggone.
Low down.
With all due respect, hey, just don't make it be that quiet siren, the coroner rolling up. We just want the ambulance, not the coroner. So take it easy next week, King. Be careful.
I meant to tell you, man, the stupidest coaching move I've ever seen in my life was the Miami Hurricanes.
Yep.
Last time.
Yep.
Oh,
Take the ball,
That's it.
to get on the knee, man, hand it off didn't make no sense. Yeah, get on the knee.
they play,
That's sorry. That's pitiful.
I hate preview.
Prevent defense prevents you from winning.
Yep.
That's what it does.
Yep.
That's what it does.
I go to that quarterback, look back there in that wide receiver, right behind him, and they just like, how'd that happen? You know?
Yep.
Guy behind 4 guys. I mean, he didn't slip up on them.
Georgia Tech.
He didn't come out of the bushes, did he?
Georgia Tech
Come
let Bowling Green come over there.
Come on out of the bushes. We got you.
Yeah. Bowling Green would be Georgia
Yeah.
Tech.
That's good. It was bad. It was bad.
Bowling
But
Green.
let's move on. Let's get off Oxford, King. I know you can talk about them all day. Let's get on to Alexander, Leeds. Leeds is probably going to be the 3rd team in their region.
Yeah.
Regions are starting to shape up for playoffs. Man, Alexander, are they going to get a victory this year? I thought they'd get it last week against St. Clair County,
did too.
and it just didn't happen.
So who do they got left on the schedule? Do you know?
I don't think it's good for them.
They don't play Talladega. I mean, that's gonna be
I
funny.
do not think it's good for them. Hold on, I'll tell you right here. It doesn't look good for the Alexander Valley Cubs this year to get a victory.
Well, you know they don't have a lot to happen.
Yeah.
A lot to happen.
Yeah, a lot's happened. They lost some very, very, very
You
good
got
ball
to
players
give, you got
early.
to give them the same credit. I mean, same respect to everybody
Hold
else
on.
that go through that.
Here's a chance for 2 teams to right the wrongs this year.
All right.
They got Southside of Gadsden this week. Don't get nobody hurt.
Yeah.
They're not going to be Southside. Talladega, last game of the year.
I thought they played Talladega.
Alexander got Talladega. That's 2 teams that definitely are searching for a win and need one bad.
Yeah. So that could be.
That may be a good game.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
That
saying.
may be a good game.
Well, I'm saying this. Most of the time in high school, now, these days, you got folks that actually leave, quit, transfer,
Yeah.
whatever. And it can be, for a smaller school, that can be devastating.
Yeah.
You can lose a quarterback to injury or anything like that. But I'm going to give Alexander the same thing that I was asking for a couple of years for Oxford when folks was
Give 'em
leaving
time.
going.
Well, they got young kids
Yeah,
playing.
they're
In
young.
5A ball, it's tough to have
Yeah.
young kids playing. 6A is even worse.
They got 8th and 9th graders out there.
So you got to give them time. Now we all know how, but a year or two ago, you couldn't go in that valley.
Oh no, I didn't want to go in that
Thank
valley.
you. Go out-
Hey,
you
when they
didn't
had
wanna play
Superman
out
out there, when they had Moss out there, I mean Ross out there, you wasn't touching him.
They was winning.
Antonio Ross could put it on one guy could put it on his shoulder to go.
You know the craziest thing is, at one time, Ronnie Roy was there.
Yeah,
Ross.
they had a 4-headed monster there.
Take this out. But then you know who else almost was there? Your boy Sylvester Smith. He was there when he was younger.
Ooh, that'd have been dangerous
So
for him.
just look at how that.
Well, look at Lincoln. I mean, right here we go to Lincoln next. Lincoln lost a superstar. He's in the other black and gold over here.
He in the true black and gold.
I mean, so
He's with the true
look
black
at
and
hurt
gold.
Lincoln. I mean, just think if he was at Lincoln.
Holy shit.
I mean, if he was at Lincoln, how good would he be?
Yeah, I mean,
How good would Lincoln be, or how much better would Lincoln be?
yeah.
Listen. That Stone the Hill is we got a lot of shiny toys over here.
Ain't no doubt about
We
that.
shining over here, baby. But we got hey,
N-I,
you can't crooked leg.
N-I-L.
Listen to me, man. You cannot. You see, when you start putting up toys in indoor facilities and all
Big
that,
playrooms.
they coming, baby.
Got toys inside the playroom.
Yeah,
Hey.
we actually got the tour after the Pale City games. That's my first time going in it.
Yeah.
And I hit my guy up that you met. I said,
You
"Man,"
said, "Oh."
he said it better than Thompson. I said, ain't even close. And, I mean, Thompson's nice, but that over there, I was really.
Hey,
I
did you
was
go
like,
up to the
"Wow."
coach's office and overlook the practice field?
I did.
He ain't getting there to see
Dude,
the
let me
whole
say
thing.
then. That facility is second to none in the state of Alabama
Yeah,
as
that's
far as
right.
high school football.
That's right.
I don't care what nobody says.
That's right.
Second to none. But 2 practice fields in there.
It ain't
One
not-
big
they're
one and
not
one
done.
little one.
They're not done.
No, they're not
They
done.
ain't not done over
And
there.
the weight room looks like a college weight room.
Well, wait till you get the
You ain't seen the
Jumbotron
Jumbotron yet.
that's going up. And I asked Coach Adams, I asked him, I said, Coach, how big is it going to be? He said, we don't know yet. I said, what are you talking about? And he said, it's got to be the biggest in the state for high school.
So you got Daytona.
They're going to be the biggest Jumbotron in the state.
Just think about
High
that
school.
Jumbotron when you see the king pop up on there. So, I'm going to be on there. I ain't no need you asking that. Huh? No, not with you. I'm going to be on there.
Hey,
Oh,
hey.
yeah. He ain't gonna
If
be
I
on
see
there.
you climbing up on top of the Jumbotron, 'cause that's the only way you're going to be on
No,
it,
I ain't
climbing.
gonna climb.
Hey,
I'm
like-
calling the police.
You see
Ain't
the
no
video I
clown.
sent you with the music at the end? Did you check it out? Look on Messenger if you can. And this is a song you got to have on there. I want you to look at it first.
Now, King, listen then.
I took
Let me
that
tell you
on.
this. Last night at Cleveland County, we're talking about intros for games. They didn't have an intro, but for the game, it was the sweetest thing I've seen. It honored all the guys, good guys that's played there before.
Yeah.
They had it on the loudspeaker for like 10 minutes solid. It would be like Gary Mason, 88, 1980, class of 88, Alabama State.
Oh, wow.
And it'd go the next guy, the next guy, the next guy, the next guy.
nice.
Dude, it was so sick. And you'd say, let's go Jackets. They were going, let's go Tigers.
Yeah.
Stuff
Who
like
did it? His son, that coach son.
I don't know who did it, but it's on the loudspeaker before the game, 10 minutes before the game, and it just goes through Tyrone Protho, Todd Bates, and it's just everybody that played there
Oh, that's sweet.
came on the microphone. I mean, they recorded them,
Yeah.
and it said class of so-and-so.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was
Like,
the sickest thing.
It was.
They honored all their players.
Well, you didn't see the video because I ain't seen it. I thought I had seen it.
No, I ain't seen it.
But
And I want you to
it
get
got
the
some
last
music.
part. He said, let's see, only one king is looking like me.
That's what.
I got to send it to
You
you.
got to send it to me.
All right.
I
Hey,
need
but
that.
back to this game. We ain't talking about Kamar Hampton more. Let's talk. Let's just talk about this game. Springville locked up the 4th seed in this. I think we just seen Leeds. We talked about them being number 3 in that region. I think a shootout comes between Moody and Southside
that's
in a
not-
couple of weeks.
Yeah, see, I don't think about that game. I still don't think Moody's 100% healthy yet. I mean,
That's why I'm with you on that.
yeah, I mean, they got a good quarterback. Charlie, I can't remember his last name. He's got some Power 5 offers. He's about 6'4", 6'5". So that's going to be a test. But it's going to be like, to me, Moody versus Southside's going to be like a power versus finesse game in a way.
Yeah,
You've been saying this, but you've been talking about when the real Moody gonna show up.
I,
You been doing it all
well,
year.
I did, but we come to find out they got a lot of injuries. Me and Dex, when we seen them at Alexandria, and they had a lot of injuries. They had guys standing on the sideline with crutches.
Key.
Players, key players.
And the guy
Not-
that's on crutches, he may come back. Amon Lane that's committed to Auburn.
yeah.
He may come back for the
See, when-
playoffs, but they don't know yet.
See, when you lose a guy that's committed to Auburn, that hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
Huh?
It hurts just a little bit.
Then they had a kid that was committed, that is committed to Coastal Carolina. He was in a walking boot.
Yeah, walking, but I've seen him too.
Yes, I don't know if he's healthy yet. And then, but they
So-
got, the quarterback is good there. They got the young defensive end that just got offered by Ole Miss as a freshman. So he's the truth. So.
And I'll say Coach Gaines is doing it. I mean, listen, you can say what you want to. You can say stuff about his antics, about moving the kid in that's committed to Auburn and adopting him. But I'm going to say this. He's put together something at Moody that Moody would, I mean, everybody else would like,
I know.
would like to have too.
Moody, you would never would have thought that Moody it's going to be the team that they are now. I mean, just a few years ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was a big time move for them to give him.
Well,
the
look, we
job.
all love John Gross. John Gross ran from Moody because they were so bad.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's how bad it was. He had one good year and skedaddled. He got out of there and came to Oxford.
Yeah.
Don't blame him for that. That's a great move.
That's the best move he made in his life.
Yes, it is. And he's at Clemson now.
Yeah,
So,
man.
so here's the thing. Looking out at that game, it's way out there.
Yeah.
I think the Panthers, Southside Panthers, get it done.
I think they can. Like I said, with Moody, I mean, I like the team, but more and more I watch Southside, I think they're
Well, one of the things I really like about Southside is their defense.
Yeah.
Their defense is playing like old school defense is played and not giving up a lot of points.
and see, people don't realize the offensive line, Southside is really good. They got a kid that's got a Kentucky offer. A lot of people don't know that. So he's like 6'4", 6'5", big old kid that can move. Then they got defensive linemen that's really good too. So
And they got guys that if they can just throw at you at running back. The only thing is that,
What are these 6'4" and 6'5" high school
boys,
linemen coming
chicken,
Yeah,
eating that
chicken.
chicken.
That's what I always
Eating
said.
that chicken. You can grow a chicken from the time it's born to the time you just ate it in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That's why. But here's the
These
thing.
chicken ain't got. I'm still 5'6".
Yeah, but we didn't eat. Mama and them used to ring our chicken
Yeah,
necks.
yeah.
This chicken ain't the ones you go out and ring the
You
neck.
go out there and
Yeah.
catch your food back then.
Yeah.
That chicken was hanging out there in the yard talking to you when you get off the school bus. That chicken running around the
Yeah.
yard. That's that chicken.
Yeah.
This
I-
chicken here, they talking about it.
That chicken didn't even have a head on it.
They grew that one in the lab.
Yeah, that chicken didn't have a head on it.
That remind me of an old movie. Jack Nicklaus was playing in an old movie. He was some kind of old cowboy. But he come outside and asked his wife, "What's for dinner?" And all the chickens just scattered. Oh, boy, that's terrible.
But
Good movie.
I really like what they're doing. They play old school defense, and I think that'll be too tough for Moody.
Yeah.
Moody.
Let's go to the next score here. Man, Sylacauga's looking for one. They couldn't find one last night. Let me look at Sylacauga's schedule
But look for
because they're looking for one. I want to help them find one
they can't. You can put an amber alert out.
and put an Amber Alert. I want to help them find one, just one.
Use that one.
That's terrible.
I'm about to use that one.
Oh, that's bad right there. They're gonna have to put an amber alert out to get them.
Ain't good for the
It ain't gonna
Sylacauga
happen.
faithful. I mean, Tallahassee is down this year.
Yeah, they make a big.
They may be able to beat Tallahassee.
Yeah.
But Piedmont's on the last game of the year. And Piedmont, we've seen the past 2 games, Piedmont's got the ball rolling.
They're getting there.
They're getting the ball rolling. And we knew Coach Miller would do it.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, too high of expectations.
There you go.
Coach Steve Smith left. Everybody thinks people.
Can't
Listen,
be like that.
there's a reason why Coach Smith left. I'm not saying he just left, but sometimes when the cover gets, when you got to go look for bread,
Yeah.
he went past this other one on the way to the bread store and
Yeah.
said, they got a lot of bread in there.
Yeah.
And so, and this kind of bread.
Well, listen, I'm getting ready to like bread.
Yeah,
But he having to start a new generation over that way yet.
So,
He building
hey,
too.
congratulations, Coach Miller, and what he's done and what he's doing. And this year, too, Sylvania and Geraldine are in a class by themselves in that region.
Let them have it. 'Cause down the road now, there's some people going to have to lead them two right there, and they'll go back down. But they've been building. You got to take. That's how high school sports is. One year you have this team is going to be up here at the top.
Yeah.
And talking about the other team there, though, Clay Central, we looked at their region. They're on top of it. And Sylacauga's in their region. Their region is not that great. I don't care. They're still one of the better teams in Class 5A.
They are. I mean, I got to watch some video and
Central Clay, you
Yeah.
Yeah, Central Clay
You
County.
got Sylacauga up there too. I think.
Well, I said they're in Sylacauga's region, so I'm talking about the other team.
Okay, I want you to break that down because you just said it, and I thought you were
Danny
saying-
Horn and the Central Clay, Central of Clay, however you want to say it, Clay County, is. Listen, they're one of the. Here's how I'm gonna throw it out there because I want to be careful how I say this.
Say it.
Because Coach tried to get me last night on this.
He got you a lot last night. We're going to talk about that.
But
too.
here's the thing, they're a good 5A team. Do they have the wheels and the dogs to play with Ramsey I don't know. We'll have to find out how them two different styles
They're
mix.
just so different.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. It's like with Danny Horn, he's always going to have his team prepared.
Yeah.
So it's just,
You can be out coached.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you can.
Listen. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Well, I take this Daryl LeBeau. My buddy Daryl LeBeau was in the
That's
state
your boy.
championship game.
Yeah.
We was over there.
And there's no way in the world that year, and Daryl knows this. I mean, I told him when he come on the show. There ain't no way in the world Clay Central should have beat him in that game. No way. And then the very next year he goes back and he should have lost next year. He got beat by Mike Rowe. I ain't gonna tell you. Look, I felt sorry
You
for him.
feel sorry for
I
him.
felt sorry for
Sometimes
him.
you talk from your heart.
Yeah, but
You got more
Danny
room in your
Horn
head.
gets more out of his teams than anybody I know.
Yeah, not saying they don't have talent down there, but
They got some.
they do have talent. But
Yeah.
they don't have like the 3 and 4 stars. Down
Yeah, that's what
there.
I'm saying.
But they do have collegiate type players.
LaDamian Boyd, I'll put him up against anybody. I just like the way he plays.
Yep.
I mean, he don't play. He's an old school. He's an old school type player.
he's
No
not-
flashiness about him. He can run through you or he can run around you.
And he's not the biggest kid either. He has big thighs.
Oh, I
so
know.
He's real muscular. So
I had a couple to come to the restaurant last night before they went to the game. A lot of people stop by and eat before they go to the game. Yeah. All right, so I had two that was going to see Cherokee County.
yeah.
And they had their gear on, Cherokee County shirts and this and that, and it ended up being the quarterback's mom and dad. Okay. So, but
He got an easy job.
I goes to the table, so I'm talking to them about who y'all think I asked them about.
The quarterback got an easy job. He just give it to Cornell.
The mom sit there and tell me, she said,
Legendary Mike Watts just walked in the house.
that the legendary Mike Watt. That's who that is. All right, so the mom tell me, have you saw this kid? I said, not in person. She said, he's not a big kid, but he's put together. He's solid.
You remember we was talking about that? how
It's
he
like-
put
I told him y'all
the-
said that.
Yeah.
But that score last night.
Yeah, they're good, man. I mean, I'm not taking nothing away from
What
them.
you said they were going to be?
They're going to be in Tuscaloosa. I mean, because they're in the north. We talked about that last night. They're happy they're in the north, as happy as anybody, because they don't have to face all the south teams. Injuries are going to pile up on the south side. They're not going to. They don't happen up north. I'm not taking nothing away from them. But here's the south team right here we talk about. That's really good.
Right.
And are they Andalusia good? We're going to find out eventually. But listen,
I saw them.
And the
And I
losers,
seen what Clay Chalk did. Not Clay Chalk.
Clay Central.
Clay Central did to them.
I know.
So I ain't losing.
they got a power team, then they got speed as well, so they're a good combination. And
Now, I'm still shocked.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm still shocked over what Central Clay did to this bunch.
You are?
Yeah, I mean, because
I'm not.
to me, this team looks like they have more dogs
Yeah.
than Central Clay does.
You can have more dogs, but it depends on what kind of dog you got. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I take a yard full of pits any day over a yard full of poodles.
be careful now,
Poodles.
because Hannah looks like I got some pits out there,
Hannah got 2 pits and the rest of them poodles.
Coach.
Andalusia right there got a whole front yard.
Coach Strang, we didn't say that was the king. Just to clarify that was the king.
Breaking it down, you talking about they got some dogs. And I said it all depends on what kind of dog it is. 'Cause I'm not finna run from that poodle.
So,
I knock all the half a poodle. But that pit, you kick your leg up there, you ain't gonna get it back. You understand what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Okay, I mean, you brought the dog.
But I think in 4A South they're going to be one of the teams knocking each other out.
Yeah.
I mean, let me tell you, that's the bad thing about
They
it.
got a good team.
They're going to fight against. I mean,
They got
you just got
Jack-
so many teams.
You got Jackson.
You got
Jacksonville,
Man.
Hanley, Andalusia, and it just
It
keeps
used to be Anderson in there.
keeps going on and on.
But Anderson is not gonna be in there this year.
Not they're in the playoffs, but they ain't going to be in
They
the.
ain't gonna be in that hunt.
They ain't going to be in that hunt. They don't even want to play none of them in that hunt.
They don't play one of them.
I know they don't want to play no
They
more.
don't play.
I don't want to play no
Two
more.
of them.
Two of them
They
already.
Hanley
They done had their taste of
They
it.
don't want none.
And Jacksonville.
And Jacksonville.
And so they done played 3 of them. They don't want no more of them. Just keep them away. Take,
Wait a minute, so-
hey, you
hold
might,
on,
hey,
hold
who
on.
put the dogs up?
Hold on.
Shut the
You
gate.
brought the who opened the gate?
Who
All right,
opened the
so you
gate?
talking about right there on the third spot right there. No, we got either Anderson, White Plains. Who else could be getting in that number 4 spot?
Well, Anderson's in the 4th spot.
Yeah.
They're third. Anderson's third. They're not getting in the 4th spot. They're third. You got Hanley, Jacksonville, and Anderson.
So the 4th spot's going to be between
So
what, White
in our
Plains-
region, in their region.
Okay,
So the
so
4th
yeah.
spot's going to be determined.
between
White
White
Plains.
Plains and the Mumford game.
And, well, Cleveland County gets back into
Cleveland
it if
County, yeah.
Mumford wins.
Yeah.
That's a
Who
3-way
Mumford
tie. Mumford plays White Plains this week. At White Plains, I think, if I'm not mistaken, we were supposed to go to Ohatchee, Glencoe. I think they're changing the game now. TV 24's game of the week will be from White Plains and Mumford this week, due to the fact that this is the biggest game in our region.
And see, that's why I'm hoping.
That and Oxford Clay softball
See,
game.
that's
Gonna be
why
a something.
I'm really hoping that Dylan's healthy, so that way they be on all cylinders. So, Mumford can't say, well, we won because like Dylan wasn't there, vice versa. So, I mean, Dylan, he's a great player. I got to see that last night, Barksdale.
Yeah.
So I hope he gets to play. I hope he's healthy.
Oh, listen, it'd take a doggone. I know the family, I know the kids, I know his dad good. It'd take a doggone National Guard to keep him from playing in this game
Yeah.
with a chance to go to the playoffs. They're not telling Dylan Barksdale he's sitting out. Nobody is. The doctor, the state, the principal, his mama, his girlfriend.
President.
He'll leave them all.
Yeah.
Leave them. He'll tell them all, y'all on your own, because he would not leave. I promise you. He's not staying out of this
Yeah,
game.
I'm just hoping he plays so that way, he can, just have his
We just
family
talked about
happy.
we've talked about this game all morning. We won't talk about it anymore. The White Plains goes out and totally dominates Cleveland
Just got
County last
big.
night, 41-10. Like I said, that's probably the biggest White Plains win since the last Cleveland County win. And that's twice. Up until last night, White Plains had only beat Cleveland County one time in its whole football career. Second time there. That's a big win for White Plains. Big win for Coach Jennings and what he's trying to implement out there. Jacksonville keeps rolling. 4-star. Ain't no telling how bad he sliced up my Mumford lines last
Ain't no
night.
telling.
He had a 300-something yards.
you say ain't no
I think he had
telling.
5 touchdown passes.
Yeah.
He look like a deli. He's slicing. But listen, they might make Mumford get a little upset and try to get themselves together.
Well, I mean, they were sad when they played this game. As soon as they got the score of the White Plains halfling game, like I said, there's a homecoming. First off, whoever scheduled Jacksonville for homecoming, losers. I mean, plain and simple losers.
No, don't do this, guy.
I mean,
that's your team. Them your folks down there.
Listen, let me say this.
You need to
If
talk.
I would have practiced all week and knowing it was homecoming, which homecoming didn't really mean nothing to me, but I mean, when it means something to you,
Yeah.
I be going, who did this? Excuse me, can we change this? As soon as it came out on the schedule, and listen, they put it out on the schedule. I think it was a misprint on because you print all them schedules at one time, and it was supposed to be another game. They put it on Jackson. You say, well, we messed up. We're just going to leave it on there. That's what happened on that. That was a misprint.
Made a phone call.
That's bad. Should have made a phone call. But listen, congrats. We know Jacksonville is going to be Jacksonville's number 2 in the region. They've already lost to Hanley, a close one. So Anderson's, I would say, is more than has wrapped up the 3rd spot. Hanley, Jacksonville, and Anderson. Anderson will be on the road to the playoffs first round, which is bad because they're crossing with Region 1.
And then, is that Montgomery Catholic?
Yeah, in Region
You
1.
giving up 5 points a game?
Yeah, so it's going to get ugly. We forgot about Montgomery Catholic. We're talking about Anna losing all them. So,
about them.
yeah, so
They always hanging around. Now.
So-
they all right in Montgomery, but when they come out of Montgomery, you better get them.
but Mumford's got new life. And get them, boy. Hey,
Huh?
Mumford's got new life this week.
You heard what he said.
Yeah.
Get them, boy.
I mean, we
Pep
got
talk.
to get ready. Practice hard this week. Hey, ball breaks over with. Ball breaks over with. Let's get our shoes back, lace them back up, and get after it now.
Mumford, y'all don't have no kind of races coming up, Talladega, none of that.
None of that.
You don't have to worry about skipping school. Now, you better get ready. Buckethead said y'all need to win this game.
Well, here's the thing. I know what's going to happen. If they go to White Plains not ready, because I watched Heflin, I watched Cleveland County and Mumford play, and Cleveland County put a bunch of knots on that head. when they played and blew them out. If they go to White Plains thinking they don't have to show up to win and just show up and win, White Plains will dust them up. I'm telling you, I'm calling that right now. If they go out there thinking just because they show up they're going to win, they're going to get dusted up.
White Plains mess around here and win 3 ball games is going to be smoke in the city.
But look right here at this one. You just talked about Cornejo, and these guys have got a easy ride. Now listen, schedule, you got to schedule your schedule, play who's on the schedule.
Right.
But they got a lot easier ride than the South does to get to the state, get to the finals.
I agree with that.
Now, Jackson may have something to say about that. I mean, West Morgan may have something to say about
okay.
that. West Morgan have something to say about that. West Morgan may, because they're the number 1 team in 4A points wise, scoring points.
Yeah, they are. A couple of those kids follow me on Twitter, so.
Say they want somebody to say something.
Buckethead said
So you saying they
West
might have
Morgan may get them.
Cherokee? Well, hold on. Let me ask y'all, both of you guys, because, the king have to ask questions. I don't know everything like Buckethead. But let me ask this. Where's West Morgan located at?
Morgan County?
Where's Morgan County? Where's that at?
North of here somewhere.
It's up north.
What I'm trying to get
That
at,
guy right there knows. He probably drove through it 100 times.
Hey,
Boy, George.
Todd, where is West Morgan? No.
Hey, let me see. Hold on.
He didn't know.
Hold on, I got my iPad right here.
It's north. They're in the north. It's in Morgan County. I know that. I mean,
So where's Morgan?
is it around Decatur?
Morgan?
Yeah. We got a guy acting like he knows. A guy acting smart right here said it's around Decatur.
It's in Trinity, Alabama.
It's in Trinity?
Yeah, wherever Trinity is.
Okay, so I want to know.
Y'all making me look it up
See,
now. I'm
I
going to call
want
y'all
you to look it
liars.
up, because it's very important what I'm trying to figure out right here. Because
Okay, Gary, I'm going to look it up just for
look it
you,
up.
okay?
I need to know, and I need to know exactly what side. Is dude got a railroad?
Okay.
Oh, I know what
Yeah,
you're
we
trying
got-
to get
it's
at.
right-
It's got a.
I know where you're going with this now.
Yeah, I need to know this because it's.
You wondering if it's West End and West End.
Yeah.
I want to know if it's West End
Hold on.
or is it either Penthouse West End.
All right, let's see.
Because
Hold
if
on.
it's West End, like I think it is West End, you got some problems coming to Cherokee.
West Morgan. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see where it's at.
Pull up the map.
I'm trying to see
If
where
I'm
that
looking
is
right
coming.
here, I can't really see.
It ain't-
West Morgan
You
is
been
near Florence.
It's, see right here. It's on old Highway 24. Right here.
Where you at? Oh,
We don't really got too many land. We got a courtyard. Like it's gonna.
ain't no projects on it.
It ain't.
Ain't no.
I don't see nine. Do you?
14.
West Morgan Highway is near Florence. West Morgan High School is near Florence.
You see any projects over there?
Hold on.
Y'all sure taking up a lot of TV time. My technical folks
You got.
ain't getting
Look,
up.
don't get on a tech guy.
Hey, ain't gonna get
Our
on
tech
the
guy
tech guy
has
this
done
morning.
real
That
good.
tech guy over here.
I don't let's see images. Hold on.
Mine went out, so I ain't.
Yours done went out.
I quit looking
see,
for it.
no.
I just know it's in near Florence.
Let's see one. Let's see.
That's the team.
Let's
That's,
see.
that's the team picture.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Eggman or somebody.
Hey, that's a nice. Hey, you out, Gary? Gary, what you trying to prove is not good.
Well, he just showed me what I needed to know. Okay. Cherokee guy.
That's what I was just trying to tell you. That's exactly what I was trying to tell
Cherokee
you.
got him. Listen, West Morgan, don't take that to heart. I mean,
I knew where you're going with that. That's why I said,
Y'all
if it's by Wheeler Lake, you're out.
y'all better build some complexes up there, and man, it ain't. That's no. It gets the smell off in West Morgan.
They get the river washes it
Yeah,
down.
they ain't got no smell over there.
No
I ain't
smell.
want my Jello.
No, they don't even put sauce on the meat, do
No. None.
they? Etowah, listen, good to see Etowah getting back into the swing of things. They've had a tough year. Hansville laid down for them last night and give them a victory. So that's it.
No, even go keep going, cause that's bad. I'm just gonna hush.
There we go.
Piedmont.
There's your Coach Miller. Miller time in Piedmont last night.
Got it. Listen, man. Well, Glencoe right across the road up there.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of people jumping on Glencoe. Cause every time I go up through there, that police is wanting you to get you at 2 miles over the speed limit. They're gonna give you a ticket in Glencoe. So stop jumping on Glencoe so we can get that slowed down.
They got to pay. You got to pay some bills.
Not like
Listen, Coach Martin, he bit off a lot going to Glencoe. We knew that when he left Ohatchee, but they're going back to Ohatchee this week to get another one of them right there.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what happened to Ohatchee last night.
Oh, that kid.
I can tell you what happened to
That
Ohatchee.
running back's hurt.
Got hurt?
Jesse
Just
got hurt.
He got hurt last week, I think.
Got hurt last week, but Hoax Bluff is good, guys. We haven't given Hoax Bluff credit
I
year,
told y'all,
enough
Lord
credit
got
all
some
year.
good fishing up there. Good fishing. I'm telling you.
What
man.
that got to do
I
with
love
it being
going.
good.
Huh?
Now this game right here, I called this game the other way last night, thinking as good as Sachs played against Randolph County, and I thought we're making improvements, we're making a turn. I know how tough Randolph County is.
Yeah.
And then Weaver curve stones.
How did that happen? I mean,
Caden
wait a minute, hold
Bennett.
on.
Well, I can tell you, yeah, they got two names.
He's
Good.
Allen.
Yeah.
Listen, and you know, we got the Sachs man in the house today. He
Two of
actually
them.
is.
Two of them.
How we got 2 Sachs guys in the house?
You know, and
Got three
We
of
got
them.
3 of them in here.
Three of them in here.
I got eyeballs on me they looking at me like,
You better be careful how you say this. Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it to the TV audience out there.
You ain't talking to them, are you?
I ain't talking to them ones, the 2 of them that's looking at me right there. They looking at me hard too. But listen, Sachs get the same talk that we had to give Oxford a couple years ago.
yeah, true.
They having to rebuild out there, and so you got to give them the time to do it. Everybody, I mean, you go, what's going on with Sachs? They losing, and it's a good reason they lose. They lost a lot of players, key players.
Yeah. And
But then they got younger guys filling in right now. But you got to give them time to get back on it.
The only problem they lost some key players to some other key county teams,
Yeah.
and that.
And plus, one of their best linemen, he's got a torn ACL. He's got to have a surgery Thursday, so he's a junior.
And here's another thing too, with them being so close, like you said, Dex, that's almost a rivalry
Yeah,
game.
it was
right there.
a rivalry when we played.
So
Weaver.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all remember what me and you 2 years ago? We said I putting out an ammo alert for a win for Weaver.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because they had Eldridge McDonald. I mean, it was a good game.
that was a
Mike
cross
Allison.
highway rivalry, is all it was.
Oh,
I mean,
the
it's-
highway.
But let me
road.
But
I mean,
let me
Sachs Road.
Yeah,
let me
Sack
share
Road.
this. Let me share this with you guys. I mean, I hate to see that Sachs going through what they're going through. Because when I was in high school, I didn't like Sachs at all in nothing. Even in
We won our senior year.
checkers.
You know, we beat them our senior year. I had
I ain't like them in
Nah,
baseball.
guys.
Here, we beat them in baseball. We couldn't. They beat us in our senior year in football. But just let me say this: Weaver is winning, and I'm happy right now. Weaver is winning because we've been talking about they hadn't won in a couple of years. And on top of that, I got to go up 21 to get to the restaurant. And you know, Weaver stay on 21. They give you a ticket just because if you wave at them. So what I'm saying, if Weaver happy, if the police happy, I'm happy. Leave it alone.
Chandler works at Weaver now, and he got a ticket just the other day, pulling into Weaver Elementary.
He probably deserved it.
He did deserve it. You
He
deserved
He
it
was talking about you bad last
That's
night.
right.
He got on you all night.
all night.
He kept saying it, and you talking about why you keep.
But Weaver's won 3 games this year, guys. That's 3 games is a big deal for Weaver. That's a big deal. Yeah, yes,
From
yeah.
the past couple of years, yes.
Now both of these teams are out of the playoffs. I would say, wouldn't you say, Dave? Both of them not making the playoffs.
Yeah, probably not.
That's a stretch
but
right there.
That's
Whatever
okay.
they got. That's
Now
okay.
this team right here went down to Randolph County last night and did what they needed to do. We was
Electric
hoping.
boy Ric Flair?
You know, we talked about this game last week, guys, about how good this game was going to be.
Yeah.
And Wellborn wins the game with 2.2 seconds left in the game to win the game, and that wins the region for them. I mean, that puts them region champs.
Just a little running back.
So we talked about how good a game that was going to be.
They did a run.
And we
Play
did
with
our
2
film
seconds.
room study on this.
This ain't the play, but that's the key.
We talked about how big
Okay.
Randolph County's offensive line was,
Yeah.
and their running back, and how big we all seen at Anderson. Y'all all were there with us. This crew was with us. And how big Wellborn's defensive line is.
Yeah, I mean, they got some nice looking kids. Over
Yeah, so we said that the keys, that was the keys. This was the key to stay in the game. This was the key to stay in the game. They both did their keys. Wellborn just had one last play.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
It was a good game.
I mean, yeah, they had one key left. And Randolph County dropped their last key.
Yeah. And it was a 1 yard run, so with 2.2 seconds, you know, it was over then. So.
But, you know, we talked about this, and a little disrespect to you, Coach Smith, not disrespect to you, but Walter Wellborn, you got on me a little bit about this when I said, do we think that Wellborn's better than Wadley?
I mean,
And we were saying no.
yeah. But now.
Now, but because Randolph County curves don't Wadley.
Yeah.
And so,
Hold on. Go back to the part where I gave you. Give me my credit. Go on and say what I said now.
you said, yeah, well, Wadley's a lot better than Walter Wellborn.
I didn't say that.
No, you just said you're going to be sleeping on the couch. But
I told you.
But Wellborn, since the Ohatchee debacle, we watched them play Anderson. I didn't think that was a bad game for Walter Wellborn. I thought if they catch that pass before half, Anderson's got another L on their schedule right now. But the Ohatchee game, Ohatchee destroyed Wellborn. Now, when Jesse Biles was at his best, but now, if you go back and watch that game, Ohatchee threw the ball more than they thrown it all year against Wellborn.
Let me share something.
Because of that that defensive line.
True.
I'm gonna share something with you, and I want you to take this to the bank. Whatever year it is that Wellborn beat Anderson, because Wellborn will play Anderson, and a lot of folks around the county don't want to play them. Wellborn play them every year. Let me tell you, and they play them in Anderson, they'll play them in Wellborn. They don't have a problem. The year that Wellborn beat Anderson, if that's the year, you better watch out.
When I'm talking about Ed Smith and all those guys.
Whenever
Coming up here.
Whenever they beat Anderson, you guys watch out because Wellborn is getting better every
They
year.
are, yeah.
Well, let me ask you
More
this,
kids
King.
going back over there, too.
Let me ask you this. Well, it means something now to go. Back in the day, we all had hometowns. And we all were, and there was pride about being an Oxford Yellow Jacket or being a Wellborn Panther.
Right.
Sachs Wildcat.
Right.
Weaver Bearcat. I mean, it was Hefflin Tiger. So you just because things didn't go well in Oxford, you didn't vote to Wellborn. You didn't go to Sachs.
No.
You had pride.
Oh.
You toughed it out.
Once you
You know
grew,
we did.
yeah, you grew up in a town. That's where you were at. So maybe we're seeing the swinging thing with this. If open enrollment happens,
Right.
we're going to see kids. And if it's NIL comes through, it changes the whole game. But if open enrollment happens, we're going to see some of these smaller teams get better. And I'm going to tell you why. Open enrollment happens, Oxford's going to get what Oxford wants.
We already got it, baby.
No, you
What
don't. There's some
mean?
kids y'all still like that.
What you mean?
But here's the thing. The reason I say that is there's some guys that'll be second team at Oxford that are as good as anybody else's on anybody else's team around this area. That's not going to sit there. It's not going to sit there and say with open enrollment, they're going to go to another school and they're going to play because they can go with open enrollment. They can leave Oxford, go to White Plains, and play tomorrow with open enrollment. The state is fisting to pass. Open enrollment will be something that happens within the next 2 years, I think.
Okay, well, let me put my spin on that.
Okay.
I'm not finna go leave the Trump Tower and go stay out here in the Motel 6. I'm just letting you know that now.
100 degrees 2 days all summer long.
I don't care
and
what
you ain't
got to
touching
say
the field.
about
What
it.
you gonna do?
You're not gonna leave Trump Tower to go stay in Motel 6 and say, I'm on the second team at Oxford, but I'm gonna be on the first team over here at White Plains. And then on top of that, you gotta get some wins over here at White Plains.
They will when you get
Yeah,
kids
you
that can move
I tell you better
in. Because White Plains does not have any
What we
land for people to move in right now.
So what
Nobody's
we had-
giving up their land out there.
No,
There's
we
no
had-
homes out there for people to move in.
They building
when,
some.
when they take away, when people can just get in their car and drive from here to there to go to school.
No, you
And
taking the border on?
I'm just saying. No doubt.
They
Nancy's
been-
Creek from Nance's Creek
They
up
drive up
from
the
White
road to
Plains
White
goes
Plains
to
to
Piedmont.
Piedmont.
I don't care what nobody
But
says.
you know why?
They can say what they want to
Because
say.
Piedmont had the blue map on the wall up there.
Yeah.
And they got about 3 or 4.
Yeah.
It's a difference. There you go. That's the
Even-
same
even-
thing I just
That's
said.
what,
Even some of
but
the
but
Pleasant Valley
they're going
kids
to
left
play,
with the
not to see it. White Plains boys went to play, not to see it. 5 kids off the last state championship team was White Plains kids, and they're all players.
They play.
Raleigh Pinto still playing, White
Okay.
Plains kid.
So
Yep.
they do that in all sports. Right? So what you're saying is, them kids were good enough to leave White Plains to go play at Piedmont. So you're saying they weren't good enough to leave from White Plains and come play at Oxford? You just saying we got all blue chips down here? You might not have been cut.
That's
So
what I'm trying to
We're
say.
not going to lose anything. If
That's
you
what
think
I'm
you're
trying
gonna
to
make it.
say.
All right? Eh? Put your fire jacket on, baby. We're working you all down here on the other side of the creek here. Come on. I'm taking all kids.
I think the small schools will benefit from it because you can
kids.
go to another school and not be sitting there. Mom and Daddy can't afford to move out
Well, I'm gonna
and
tell
move
you.
to another school.
There you go.
So
That's key.
the small schools don't have to, once the open enrollment happens, kids can go to other schools.
Yeah.
So
Are they going to do it?
so a medium income family that's not going to move, can't afford to move.
That kid better get good.
That kid is he's a second teamer at Oxford. No shame in that. That second teams at Oxford are great.
Oxford have a thing.
So
It's
so
I
go
believe
play,
that.
but it's going to be up to the kid now.
Okay.
Do I want to practice all summer and never touch the field,
You
or do I want to go to White Plains and play, or Mumford and play?
You're teaching them. They want to jump and
Yeah.
run.
And then they get,
You jumping and run. Okay. I don't.
then they sit and they.
That's what's going to happen in high school.
Yeah, high school, when I was in high school, listen to me. My 11th grade year, you couldn't tell me that I wasn't better than the senior that was in front of me. My 11th grade year, Maurice Ball was the starting tailback. To me,
You
now
quit?
to me, he was better.
How many times you quit?
Listen, not one time. Let me
Yes,
tell you
you
something.
did.
My 11th grade year, no, I did
Not your 11th grade truck
My
grade. You
11th grade
quit.
year, no, what? Listen, my 11th year.
He quit his senior year.
My 11th grade. I'm gonna
Nobody
give you a story.
knows about that.
Let me give him a story. All right, my 11th grade year, Maurice Ball was the starting tailback. I knew he was a senior, and they was playing him. I had to sit in my 11th grade year over there and watch a guy that I thought was not as good as me. He was tall, but he run with his head down. To me, I could have just said, hey, I'm going to go over here and play ball. He come in here, I got a whole cup of water I pour on him. He come in and ball in the king. Like I said, to me, he wasn't better. All right? So I had to sit there, my 11th grade year.
Most
like-
people have to sit behind the upperclassmen.
That's where, but we Oxford always had that senior stuff. When you got seniors in front of you, you got
Yeah.
to wait your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, now you got some kids
The
now
days
think
have
they
changed.
need ninth graders that think
the
they'll be
transfer
playing for-
portal will hit the high schools when open enrollment starts. We've
that's
already
right.
got transfer portal, but when open enrollment starts, the transfer portal will be just like it is in college right now.
Hold on. You don't see how many ninth graders you think ought to start in front of seniors?
None, but a ninth grader that's really good can go to White Plains and start tomorrow,
That's
or go to
good.
Mumford,
That-
start tomorrow.
Okay.
Go to in most of these schools around here.
Yeah, that's a difference. That's he gonna go over here and try to build something.
But here's the thing: we live in a
Get the max on
me
these.
generation now.
Yeah, you got a
It's
lot.
not about team,
That's
not
right.
about us.
that's
It's I and me.
I-
So when it's I and me, they're both in every day.
All right, so
Yeah.
get to the point where you talking about I quit, okay? And just my teammates are right here.
Yeah.
So what they didn't know was my senior year, that Coach Herron decided I don't sit over in my 11th grade year watch the seniors play in front of me. My senior year had Johnny Williams and Derek Webb and juniors behind me, and I'm splitting playing time. My first ball game against Pell City, he had them switching in and out with me. After that ball game, first game, after that game, I quit. I went in the locker room and gave him that equipment and said, "You can have this," because I waited my turn and I had to swap turns with these guys. They didn't know that, but Coach Britt and Coach Herron knew it. And so Coach Britt told me, "Come here, Mason, let's go ahead and talk. Come to practice next Monday, you will be the starting tailback." That Monday at practice, I did everything, and then he had me run 38 toss 4 times because we could have scored down here. He asked me what would we ran on the goal line. We got help on the goal line, and I said 38 toss, which is a 12th grade talking over a coach's head,
Yeah.
and he want to prove a point. And so the point was, you don't toss the ball on the goal line. To me, I could have scored with 38 toss. He made me run 38 toss against the first team defense 4 times in a row. I scored 4 times in a row.
You knew you had to.
I knew.
You knew you had to.
But that week was the next same week we played Anniston that Friday night.
And you destroyed them.
41, and then the king was born. There you go. 3 touchdowns. I never left the locker room. We talked in the locker room. Buckethead had to put the point down.
I said
Yeah.
it. Nobody knew
Yeah.
about it because it happened. Now listen, if Coach Britt
It wouldn't be for Coach Britt.
if Coach Britt don't catch him, he walks out the door.
I'm done.
Yeah.
But I've been going to basketball, but they in Oxford, you quit a sport. They won't let you play the other.
Listen, if he quit there, he was bolting to Anniston. No doubt about it. He lived in Anniston anyhow and went to Oxford. So he lived out of
Hold on.
district.
Listen,
and went
man.
to Oxford anyhow.
Uh-oh, we gotta go back and forth
Have you ever heard a guy?
He
Listen,
was one of them guys.
Yeah.
He was a bulldog that went to Oxford. He
Listen.
lived in Anniston.
You never heard a guy that liked to come out. He the guy that go to rob the bank.
Open enrollment was working then.
For him.
Listen, he's the guy that robs the bank, and the ones in the car with him get away, and he take them to the guy and say,
I thought about
y'all
that.
come on.
I got kicked out of Oxford. This
Run.
guy.
He got kicked out of.
This guy. Hold on. You did too.
This the point. He's the guy that come out when the police catch him. He'll tell you, "Come on out, Gary. They got us." I'm not the one they
Now
call.
don't
They
be
call
hid in the
him.
bushes.
He go
You
to
the one that
bush
got
and
the
tell-
police called out there in the first place. That's
Come
why
on.
I'm calling you.
Come on out, Gary. We caught. But this guy here, now, what he's saying is, my 11 and 12, my 7th grade year, that I got kicked out of Oxford and had to go to Anniston Carr. That's how I ended up at Anniston. That just 1 year. But the next year I was back playing 7th and 8th grade ball at Oxford.
But tell them about the truth about living out of district. Go ahead. Go ahead and come up on it. Statute of limitations over with.
I don't. Is that limitation?
It's over with. They can't go back in.
Look that up.
They can't get
that
it. Go
up.
on. I mean, y'all were losers anyhow, so go on.
Ain't
and
no
tell
way
them
in the world you
I
really
mean,
lose.
Alexander's still going to win the homecoming game. So go on.
Statute of limitation ain't nowhere he gets told. I don't know what he's talking about. I take the 5th.
And then Oliver North.
He
I'll
lived
take
in
the
Anniston School District and went to Oxford. I know that for a
My
fact.
mama was born and raised out of Hobson City, so I lived in Hobson City. I take the 5th. Nothing else
can't
got to be
recall. I
said.
can't
I
recall
don't,
none of
nothing
that.
else got. I don't know what he's talking. He got kicked out of Oxford because he stayed on McIntosh at the time.
Yeah, I lived from here to the front door of the sign that said Calhoun County, which would have been Oxford city limit. From here to the door and got kicked out of Oxford.
Get out.
That's the truth. True story.
And we've been living the best of all our lives since you was down and put in the month. Because you would have been up here causing problems.
Oh, ain't no doubt. We'd have won if I'd have been here. Coach
We won.
Harron's first year would have been different.
Ooh.
They wouldn't have lost to Welborn.
Oh.
They wouldn't have lost to Alexander. They wouldn't have lost to Heflin. Because Mumford beat them. And that's where I was at. So,
Mumford beat who?
yeah.
Mumford beat who?
Alexander.
Oh, I thought you said
we didn't play
Oxford.
Oxford. No, I said if I'd have been playing for Oxford, they'd have beat them teams. I'm playing, guys. I'm playing. Bussy, don't get mad.
Yes,
And
you do.
don't get mad. Y'all know I'm playing.
Ain't
Ronnie,
nothing gonna get you
Ronnie,
back.
I feel sorry for you still today. You got the most yards after contact of any back in the country. That line was soft. You got the most yards. You got the most yak yards of any back in the country.
You gonna call Big Bussy soft?
I'm just telling Ronnie, he got the most yak yards. They probably wasn't a record. They didn't have that back in. But if they did, he would have the record.
For what? Get hit
Yeah.
behind that?
Yards hit after contact. Because he got hit behind the line of scrimmage every time.
That's low. That's low. Man. You can't talk about Andrew them like that.
I wasn't. I was talking about Ronnie.
They was
Congratulations.
There's no
No, I was
way
talking
to talk
about
about my front line.
congratulations for yards after contact.
You think
Look.
they're gonna let you live that down?
No, I'll get something from both of them. Let's move on. Geraldine, Westbrook Christian. We talked about Coach Steve Smith. Just not the year he thought was going to have. So Geraldine's a really good football team. Yo, INT's got it going on. They just can't beat Sylvania.
When they gonna play Savannah?
They done beat them. They done played them and got cursed on.
Cursed on them.
Yeah.
They got to see them again.
This game sort of surprised me. It didn't surprise you, Dex. You jumped on it I
did
thought
too.
Pleasant Valley was better than what they are.
They gave you credit last night. They weren't going to take it from you last night, but they didn't give me my credit. I told them that too.
Did you tell them this?
I told them that Saturday.
Oh, okay.
I picked
Well,
them.
I thought that Pleasant Valley played a bunch of weak teams early in the year.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, nothing against their schedule. You got to play who's on it.
Yeah.
But they started out 4-0 and just.
And plus, they got a lot of injuries, but Spring Garden, like I said, I just think they was better.
Is Spring Garden back? Are they Central? Are they Coosa Christian back?
I think they're.
Do you see the Coosa Christian score? Wait till we get there. Yeah, that's so stupid. Collinsville, big win for them over Ider. Cleveland, Gaston. We didn't have this score last night. Cleveland beat them 28 and
I want y'all.
Eight.
I don't know why I keep saying
both
they
of them
add up
teams
that
are
high.
out of the
Gas
playoffs.
time.
Ramburn, big game for Ramburn. Led the whole game. Give it up at the end to Isabella. That probably knocked Ramburn out of the playoffs.
They did, I think.
So that's a big loss for Ramburn to be leading the whole game and give it up at the end.
Isabella.
Isabella Mustangs. You don't know nothing about
You
them.
dated a girl named Isabella in high school.
She's from Oxford and Dip.
I figured that. I thought that Isabella. Okay, that same girl.
Same girl.
Mustang.
Central Coosa, Fayetteville needed that win. They've been getting beat up. Central Coosa, that's what they've seen all year. So you go into games sometimes expecting what you get. This game right here, I didn't know a lot about Thorsby. We're going to try to get their name right. I've said Thornsby, but Thorsby.
Yeah.
Didn't know a lot about them. Thought that game last night was when it was at halftime and it was only a
15 to 8.
15 to 8.
13-8 or
Something like that.
Yeah.
I said, man, this is I can't believe that this game's this close at halftime. But they were 6-1 going into that game last night, and they're going to finish second in the region right here.
West Thornsby.
I don't know where Thorsby's at.
I don't either.
It's south of here. I know that.
I don't see.
Huh?
I think I've seen the sign somewhere.
Close to Clinton.
North of Clanton.
Clanton Prep.
Okay.
Okay.
TC, second win of the year. How many times we said in one? I mean, how many times has TC won 2 games in lately in 1 year?
We ain't been able to say that.
We haven't been. We've been by this time. They've had the basketballs pumped up and bouncing them all over the gym.
Yeah, but them boys don't want 2 games.
2 games. This is the second
That's
game.
good. That's good for their program.
And you know Donahoe's
I hope they
reeling.
get that fever and start winning some more games.
Donahoe is
I'm proud
really
of them
reeling.
guys. They didn't give up. Donahoe, we got some work to do.
Got a lot of work to do. Wadley bounced back with a massive win over Victory. No doubt that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Raglan, number 2 team in the region.
Yeah, we all picked Raglan.
And I'm going to tell you, the Raglan's impressed us ever since the Vincent game.
Yeah, I mean, they got
And
a
we've
lot of-
started, they got on our radar.
And they got a lot of great athletes, so
Yeah.
it's
And that's my son team right there, though.
But I mean, Raglan, they ain't got nothing to hang their head about. Raglan's got a good football team this year.
Yeah.
I mean, and Coach Skylar Manfield, you know, he's built that program back, brought it back, give it some a lot of life. They just run into a tough team last night. Vincent, not the Vincent we. I think.
Don't
Listen,
believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. That ain't. I don't know what that is right there.
I think we had expectations for Vincent that Vincent didn't have.
Yeah.
I think we had them in BB Comer's level, and they're not there. And we had that was our fault more than anybody to put them there, but they're not there.
When BB Coleman beat Vincent the way they beat Vincent, it hurt. It hurt me. You know what I'm saying? It just made me feel like Vincent has just. I don't know, man.
They missing,
They
they missing some folks down there, ain't they?
and you never.
Yeah.
Who moved out?
Yeah.
Because Buckethead hadn't set me up that I'm thinking Vincent was the team
That we seen.
that we, they were knocking heads for a minute. They
were.
like, man, Vincent gonna go handle
Toe to
BB
toe,
Cole.
Yeah.
Until I got a chance to see it for myself, and it hurt, man. I mean,
Vince
last
had
time
some-
I felt like that, that's when the Fat Boys broke up.
Vince had some folks move out.
I mean,
Some of my folks moved in.
Vincent went from mustard to grape pecan. Come on, man. You can't do that.
Good win for Vincent last night over Woodland.
yeah.
Got to give it to him.
Yeah.
This game right here, 2 weeks off. They didn't want to play the game the Friday that they got implicated for having 1 to 4.
Yeah, 1 to 4 players.
1 to 4 teams, 1 to 4 players on their team were ineligible. We still don't know. It's still 1 to 4. That's all I can say. But I will say this: they came back this week after the second 2 weeks off and decided they were going.
Is that a good fishing area? Cedar Bluff?
I mean, we was
Cedar Bluff.
Is that the Cedar Bluff?
They
up
knocked
there
all the
at
fish out of the
Center
water.
Area?
Yeah,
That is a good fishing spot.
they knocked all the fish out of that water.
Oh, they got some nice side crappers up there. in
I
that
read
Cedar Bluff
somewhere-
area. That's what they got going on.
The coach said this game was personal, so
What coach said?
Well, here's
Which
what
coach
it is.
said it?
Coosa Christian.
Let me tell you why it's personal. 6 teams turned them in. I'll bet you money that was one of them.
Hold up, man. Oh,
Cedar Bluff was one of them. And so,
don't took games from Coosa?
94 to 7,
They don't got
I
games taken
probably
from them?
would have won 200 to 7 if he could have.
Yeah.
They was like 1 and 5 and still ranked.
The thing about it, yeah, exactly right. They're even after forfeiting all their games, they're still ranked. And listen, they're going.
And then you start off
No, we
with the top
figured it out last night. They're going to miss the playoffs though.
Are they?
Well, because of the Valley Head forfeit, that's going to cost them the playoffs.
Oh wow.
So how many more teams they got to go and do this?
Well, they're going to win 2 more games.
What, the 2 teams turn them in too?
Yes.
So they got to be 100 next time.
And if they know they're not in the playoffs,
They just got to.
they're going to try to score as many points as they can score.
Oh, they curve stomping.
Yeah. So, I hate that. This was my team from the beginning of the year.
That's what you
1A, nobody had a question. Nobody was messing with that team in
said.
1A.
And you know why?
They had ineligible players.
You already know. I just wanted you to go ahead and say it.
This team right here doesn't get a lot of TV time. Nobody even probably talks about them.
Yeah.
But we talk about them pretty good. Chandler's got a good relationship with the coach. Jacksonville Christian, they play 8-man football.
I heard you say that last night on TV.
Well, because he had them in their power ranking.
16. How he had them what now?
Yeah.
He had them in their power ranking.
Why
And
you
number
can't
one,
put them in? Who?
Chandler had a number 1. I said, they're 8-man football team. He
You
said,
can't put them in the power
I
ranking.
said that, but he did. But here's what I'll say about
Oh.
him. And he said, here's his reasoning. His power ranking is based on teams that can win their division. And their division, he says, they got the best chance to win their division of any other team we cover.
They do.
Okay. The key word is his power ranking.
Yeah.
He said that.
Yeah.
His.
That's his.
He take that.
That ain't
from,
ours.
He take that from his daddy. I saw his daddy top 10 2 years in a row, and I don't know how in the world you had Auburn.
This
ranked
was
number
college,
2
and I
or
had Thompson in there 3 times.
Yes. So he can do that.
How many guys y'all seen them play? They were in there 3 times.
Chandler can do that. But listen, 8-man football. I mean, it is what it is for 8-man football. You guys to do your thing.
I will say this.
It's not what I'm finna tell you to come out here and line up with some of these big boys. Ask you a couple more players and come on,
Now,
I'm
Dex can say this. Dex knows the quarterback for them is good as most quarterbacks in this area.
I put
For
them in
real.
the top 3.
They got their own league.
No, they play in the Christian league, and they travel all across the country.
Yeah,
They're not
they-
just-
They got their own league. That's
this-
okay.
this-
That's what I'm saying. They good for their league.
Yeah, they run
Can we,
nationally.
me and you, can start our own league and make sure we win it?
We're doing 7-man team.
7-man team, be the only team in the league. Everybody else will forfeit to.
I already got enough trouble. I hang with Roger. Todd want me to ride the car with him. He police bait. So I'm just like, man, I ain't nowhere in the world I need to start my own league.
But for all honesty, Jack's Christian,
They good.
their quarterback's as good as.
Like I say, he's the top 3 in the area.
Yeah, top 3 in this area is a big deal, guys.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and,
no,
and he
that's
can
good
sling.
quarterbacks.
They sling the ball around in this
How
league.
tall is that kid?
About 6'3", I think.
He's 6'3".
Probably. This is 6'3".
And they
So-
sling it
so-
around, and
So the last person we talked about like that would come from up there at that old what's the ranch house? He ended up going to Alabama. What's that boy?
Westbrook. I know what you're talking about.
What's the coach? Huh?
Brody Crow.
Oh, yeah.
He was something similar to what this kid is.
Well, Westbrook Christian plays 11-man football.
He's a good quarterback still, though.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's a little different. This guy, they sling it around every play. It's almost like a 7-on-7, wide open with
But you can
pads.
hit.
Yeah, with pads.
Yeah.
So they sling it around every play. And this guy he's pretty doggone good now.
He really is.
I mean, so.
That's what Chandler was saying. He's really,
But here's the thing. In their division, which there's only one division for 8-man football in the Christian League,
yeah.
they've won it the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And they're going to win a national championship this year.
Yeah. 'Cause they,
So they're going to win a national championship this
they
year.
are ranked nationally.
Hey, every
Yeah.
time that guy come in, he look like Leon Smith, man. I'm telling you, we're going to have to ask him to Leon Smith. That dude look just like Leon Smith.
Well, out west, they did it because the people were spread out so far. They only had enough enough kids to do it, to do 8-man football. Schools are smaller. So, well, they've been playing regular football for years and just dropped out of probably, not within the last 10 years, they dropped out of regular football, JCA. So, but 8-man football is a big thing out Midwest, big thing. 6-man, even 6-man football is a big thing out there. Yeah,
Really?
you have 3 down linemen, 2 wideouts, and a quarterback.
Oh, wow.
Don't even have a blinking line. So, but let's do our segment, Dex's Dudes. We got 30 minutes left. I want to go ahead and do Dex's Dudes. Dex, you jumped up a little bit this week.
Yeah, I did.
You added some on it.
Yeah, I did. So there's a lot of good players out there, so we got to get them out there.
Let me find my Dex's Dudes. Trying to be mad at me right now. Well, here we go. I'm going to take it over, Dex. You got it.
All right.
As you can see, Dex's Dudes is great. People talk about this on our show every week. Dex's Dudes.
This kid right here is named Cy Bird from Central Nail. He's a freshman. He's about 6'1", 185 pounds. He can run. He's very athletic. As you can see by the film, he's like running away from people. So this kid right here, in my opinion, is probably going to be one of the best in his class. He's probably going to be a top 10, top 15 player in the state. Depends how much more he develops. He runs routes pretty good. His dad is a big guy, so he's probably going to grow a little bit more too. So just from an overall perspective, I think he could possibly be like a Power 5 kid, in my opinion. So
How tall is that kid?
6'1". He's a freshman.
He's a freshman.
185 pounds. So look at this.
I like this kid. He looks really good.
Yeah. And very rarely, I'll do a junior high kid, but this kid right here to me has so much potential. I could not lay him off for Dex Dudes. So.
Well, I was surprised at how he run away from kids.
I'm looking at him. They had an angle on him.
Yeah.
didn't they?
Two of them
I'm
did.
telling you, this kid is really good. So
That reminds me of you, Buckethead,
see, look at this right here.
with your Bo Jackson speed.
Yes. He's just a little bit faster than me.
Yeah, so
Bo,
this kid right here, he plays defense too. So like I said, he's an overall good player. So I figure he's going to be probably in that maybe SEC, ACC. Like I said, he's just not getting started. So yeah, he makes it look
that's
easy.
pretty good. They do look
Yeah.
make it look easy.
Yeah, I know some people are familiar with this kid, Grayshawn Swain. That was at Anderson last year. He's one of the few kids that I think he's like a high 3-star, 4-star. Has basically every SEC offer except for Alabama. Maybe, I don't know if he has Georgia.
Where you at now?
May James.
May James.
Yeah.
This
He
is the
plays-
Anderson kid that moved. Yeah.
Off the defensive
Anderson
line.
really needed this
Didn't he
kid.
have a cousin
this
or
year.
brother went with him? No, them-
his,
them-
now them other two brothers.
two
yeah.
brothers.
And with him, even though he's playing edge right now,
yeah.
he could possibly play outside linebacker because, he
Got the
reads.
size.
Yeah. He's like 6'3", 225, 6'2", 225. So very quick off the ball, holds the edge really well, like right here. He can run plays down.
Ooh.
So, that's what I'm, and not try to take anything away from May Jimson. That's why I'm kind of surprised their defense is giving up so many points because they got him, then they got the other kid from Anderson that's on the other side. So like right here, man, he's just like patient. He reads the play really well.
You stay home.
Yeah, he stays home, so he's very disciplined. So, so I kind of like him a lot. I don't know where he's going to end up, but he's going to have several opportunities. See, like right there, how he held that edge right there.
Yeah.
He
He's
gets
doing
bigger
his job.
players. Yeah. So, like right here, he didn't make the play, but he got the quarterback kind of
Took him
rattled a
out.
little bit. Yeah. So, even that play right there got a lot of pressure on the quarterback right there. So,
He's something to recognize off that end.
yeah, he,
I mean, Anderson,
no way
I
out.
can tell you, Anderson misses him and the brothers
yeah, they really
tremendously this year because that's a difference maker off that edge.
Yeah. See right here, another play. So,
Anderson don't have
pay edge rush at
enough to
all.
be people to sit around and, hey man, we need to talk to this family. They need to stay here.
Yeah.
Somebody should have been talking.
Well, I mean, I think they got. I think there was more talking on the other side leaving
Yeah.
than there was on the side staying.
That's what I'm saying.
So
So I mean,
But-
he's very dominant. So I
the
think
the thing I'll say is that I'll say it after. Go ahead. I don't
This
want
is,
to get Dexter to do.
Cameron Keenan, he's the younger brother Tim Keenan that starts for University of Alabama defensive lineman. About 6'3", 6'4", 210 pounds. He can make all the throws, intermediate throws, long throws. He's accurate. See right here. He kind of reminds me a little of Jim Ogle a little bit.
This is what Clay Central's got to look forward
Yeah.
to.
This is a team that Chandler really likes, so he thinks this is the best
I know
5A
he did throw
team.
that ball.
Yeah,
he
that's
did.
what I'm saying. So this is the team that Chandler thinks is the best 5A team in the state right now. So you can see one of the reasons why.
He's throwing the ball pretty good.
He does, man. He goes through his progressions really well. He's not really a runner, but he can run if he has to. So he's more of a pro style passer. And like I said, what I like about him, he can make all the throws. So like right here, he ran right there. He didn't score, but he was close. Very good kid. Has offers from Alabama State, App State, Colorado, and Marshall.
That's good.
What I like about him, they took Auburn to the wire earlier this year,
Yeah.
and it was actually leading that game. And Auburn's a 7A team that's ranked.
So he's been recruited by Alabama, but I don't know if they're going to offer him or not. So I just like the kid. He's a good kid. I've known his dad for a while. Like I say, that's the play right there. I really like how he just put a
Yeah,
touch
let
on
the
the
ball
ball.
put a
Yeah.
touch on it.
Yeah, and so he's got a lot of talent. So everyone who gets him is going to be like getting a really good quarterback. And like I said, the schedule's pretty tough too. So he's playing good quality competition.
Woo! Who put that move on?
See right here, like I say, he can just pretty much make every
Got
throw
on
it
him.
is. Yeah, he does. And he knows when to put the touch on the ball and when to zip it in there. So.
Oh, good hit fake.
Yeah.
And he put it on the
Yeah.
mind.
And this kid right here, a lot of people don't know about. He's from Trinity, Presbyterian, Montgomery. His name is Weber McClinton. He has a twin brother that's the quarterback. Both of them have Stetson offer. So this kid right here is another kid I think is really underrated right here. So
He's running.
Yeah.
He done ran off the man. He done left the TV camera.
yeah, so he's really good. Like I like this play right here. And they play against Class 3 competition. So the competition's pretty okay at times. And I actually got to see him at one of my camps. So he's really good. He's not the biggest kid.
But Trinity usually puts out really good teams as
Yeah.
well too.
Yeah, I mean he's a great athlete, and so like I say, his brother is a twin brother, so that's who's throwing the ball. So both of those guys are really good.
He's got like McNair was when he was at Alcorn.
Steve and
his brother.
yeah, and so
I knew that.
Well, like the Paytons,
yeah,
the
Peyton
Payton,
throw to each other.
yeah,
Which one?
the one that didn't even make it in college because he got hurt.
Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper
Yeah, Cooper. They said
was
actually,
was a wide receiver.
I saw that. I
they
saw
say he
that.
was really good. So,
He was.
but I like both of these kids. Like I say, they support each other. Like that play right there was a good play right there. So I really like him. And I got a chance to see them the summer before last in person. So that's my first time going to Trinity. So that's why I'm thinking
Oh
this kid
man,
right
that kid
here.
wide open.
Yeah, I mean he can run.
I see.
So I'm surprised he don't have more offers, but
There's a lot of kids right here though I know offers,
Yeah.
offers, and it blows me away.
and like I said, Stetson.
He played both ways.
Yeah, he does.
I just seen him pick
Yeah.
one off.
So a great athlete. So
3A school, you got a lot of kids that going to have to play both ways.
yeah, they are. So.
Well, that's an athlete.
Yeah, look at this right here. So I don't know if he scored right here because the film cut off, so I don't know, he probably didn't score. So
I'm gonna give him a touchdown.
yeah,
Ooh, that's
he
what
can
he can hit you.
Yeah,
I like that, man.
I'll do something a little different this week.
You know, right now we're good. Thank you. Dex always brings in guys that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
Now when you see them, you know them, and you say that's one of Dex's dudes.
Yeah.
And I hear people saying all the time, that's one of Dex's dudes.
Yeah, good.
So that's
And
a big deal. I mean,
a lot
hey,
of folks don't get a chance to say thank you.
Yep.
And I appreciate you showing these kids because that's what we started this off about,
I
trying to
appreciate
showcase kids, man.
Yeah. And that's what I love to do. So I know y'all probably see me rambling a little bit on Facebook about stuff. but-
Somebody say something crazy every now and then, they always gonna come at you. You got to understand what you're doing it for. You're doing it for the kids. 'Cause
Well-
a lot of folks don't. Buckethead get us in trouble all the time. They don't like what Buckethead.
I just say this. Me and the King said this, and we're gonna add Dex to our saying on this. We don't play second fiddle to nobody, and when it comes to show recruiting or
whatever,
whatever.
we're gonna
So we adding Dex to that. We don't play you. Listen, we your first choice. We ain't no plan B.
No.
But you know, the Dex. What I was gonna say about Anderson could be a lot better if nobody would have left Anderson and went to Mae Jemison. They could have probably been contenders.
Yeah, because they lost the offensive lineman,
Yeah.
Austin Peay.
Yeah.
Which he's a 3-star. Then you got the 26 kid, Hezekiah Harris. He's the number 1 edge in the country in 2026. He's the number 1 or number 2. And then, like I said, with Gray Shine, he's a high 3-star in the 4-star range right now.
Yeah.
And not just stars on paper, they can really play.
And the kid that's ineligible up there right now that's not getting to play.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was a running back. So,
yeah, running back.
So when he couldn't play, that means they lost every starter on offense.
yeah. So I mean, you think about them 4 guys and how much they changed that team.
Yeah.
The dynamics of that team.
But the defense, it would have been like, it would be so hard. Because you can see he's dominating.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
6'8".
yeah,
Can you
yeah.
imagine when he would still be probably dominating more on 4A. Just
Yeah.
my opinion.
Oh, no doubt. I'm not taking anything away from 4A. We just know the more dogs, the higher class as you go, there's more dogs on the field.
Because there was a lot of questions like, well, can they dominate in 6A like they did in 4A? And actually, they really probably doing better right now.
Well, I got a person I wanted to ask Buckhead about.
A
let's see.
person?
Yeah, and what you know about Killer Carter?
Who?
Killer Carter. Then we'll shout out to Killer Carter.
I don't know
Out
Killer
down there in Montford area. You know anything about no Killer Carter?
I don't know no Killer Carter.
Oh, I said Ralph.
Oh, Ralph Carter?
Yeah,
I know Ralph.
I just want you to tell me. They call him Killer Carter. You
I
like-
can't. I can't tell stories about Ralph
Yes,
online.
you can.
Well,
I
that'll
mean,
get
give
us
me
cut off.
give me one. Give me one, cause I mean, somebody
Well-
told me to make sure I'm.
Well, first off, you know who Ralph Carter's son is, don't you?
I don't know that guy. I don't.
Low down.
I don't even want to talk about him.
Don't even mention him on the show.
So Lamar, you know, we grew up together.
Killer Carter. You
so-
gonna tell me why they call
so-
him that?
So all them, so all Ralph grew up with all my uncles, which were all had good times.
Good time.
So I'm gonna
time.
leave it at that, and we'll talk about it off the air.
Oh no, that's no.
Look, what I want to do is let's turn our attention a little bit toward college, some college games.
We can turn to the college, but I'm gonna go right back to Killer Carter
Killer Carter.
because you didn't.
I want to talk
answer my
about
question.
the win that Jack State had Tuesday night.
Killer Carter is what we're gonna talk about. Then we go back to Jackson.
Well, I don't know what you mean. I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out who.
I know who it is, but I don't know why
You
they call him
can't
that.
help me.
It's Ralph Carter and Lamar Carter daddy.
And they call him Killer Carter.
Yeah.
And you don't know why.
No. I don't know why.
But
I
they
don't
tell
know
me
why.
Ralph plays good golf though.
Ralph plays golf because that's all he does all the time. And Lamar tries to, but he kills the grass. But
You gonna talk about?
I'm going back to college.
Oh, Lamar.
Jack State had a big victory Tuesday night. I was there. Let me tell you why.
What team you talking
No,
about?
they didn't win the game against
Okay,
Liberty.
that's it.
But they had 23,000 people in the stands. That's a big victory for Jacksonville State. That's a big win for Jackson
They're
State.
gonna be up there again.
And because, let me tell you, Jack State moving up this year, not a lot of people had expectations. They've done really well. They're going to get bowl eligible. They're going to get bowl eligible before the year's over
they're
with.
gonna have to be a vote.
I know, but they're going to get bowl
They're
eligible.
gonna be just like they're gonna be eligible.
Well, only way they get into a bowl game is if there's not enough eligible kids. No, if there's not enough eligible teams to fill the bowls. That's the only way they get in.
Okay. Is it enough? Is it enough?
We don't know yet. Depends. They got to have 6 wins. Louisiana Tech lost to Middle Tennessee, 31-23. These were all Tuesday night. Coastal Carolina, Appleton State. Coastal Carolina was the only team that had beat Jacksonville State early on. They beat App State 27-24 before Liberty. So
Liberty is the truth.
Liberty's the truth. I ain't taking nothing from them.
Take from.
They look really good. Last night's game, I want to get into the last night game. Anybody in here watched the last night Stanford and Colorado game?
What was the final score?
I watched I watched the end of it because I couldn't watch all of
I
it.
went to sleep. What was
So I went home and watched it. There's still 3 minutes to play in regulation. It was 29-0 at halftime, Colorado. And they lost that game,
Who lost the game?
Colorado.
I know you just told me to throw it on TV. You kidding me?
29-0.
That's why I went to sleep.
They lost the game. Double overtime. It was 36-33. They drive. The ball is on the 1 yard
I didn't even know
line.
it till this morning.
They punt the ball to the 1 yard line with less than 3 minutes to play. It was 2 minutes and 40 seconds, something like that. They drive all the way down to the 20, kick field goal, take it to overtime. Colorado goes first, scores, kicks the extra point. Stanford goes second, scores, kicks the extra point. Colorado comes back, runs the ball, gets it down to the 1 yard line. Second go, 1 yard line. And they can't get in. They run it twice. They get backed up. Fourth down. It throws interception end zone.
Wow.
So they kick the field goal to win it.
How in the world? See,
Prime time.
I done went to sleep watching. That's why I went to sleep. I didn't need to watch that.
Prime
I didn't need you to tell me.
time. I didn't even need to tell you. You don't even want your jello nowadays.
No, the Jello don't taste the same.
Look, Georgia, Vanderbilt. Can Vanderbilt pull off an upset today?
No.
No,
No.
Not even if.
not even close.
Even though Georgia's not quite as dominant, that's a big no.
It won't happen like that. What you just said.
Syracuse, Florida State, the Orangemen have let me down a couple times this year already.
I got Florida State should.
I don't think that they can beat Florida State.
No, they can't. They can't.
Arkansas, Alabama. Let's hear this one.
Arkansas gonna get the tuberculosis beat off them. That's all I gotta say about that. And I ain't Alabama
The
fan.
Turk focus off of them. I agree with you on that, King. We don't agree often.
There you go.
Arkansas, that's an 11 o'clock game. Y'all be able to enjoy your afternoon if you don't get beat up too bad. Because don't worry about the game.
They're gonna beat them.
They don't need to worry about the
It's
game.
homecoming.
Yeah, they don't need to worry about that. Just worry about homecoming. Have fun with all the people tailgating. Because it's going to get ugly in the game. Bama is starting to look like Bama. I don't know how to say it.
You
No
said-
better than that.
You prep talk.
Bama is starting to look like Bama. I personally had counted Bama out this year. I thought that
Being honest.
that
Picture that.
I didn't really think they were as good as they are. But I knew their quarterback was good, and I knew if they would play to his strengths, which they still haven't played to his strength, he just did better doing what they wanted him to do last week. So when they start letting him RPO a lot more, he's going to be a lot better. And they may be saving that. I don't know.
What they saving me for?
Auburn.
That may be why. That may be why.
What did you say?
Question for a hamstring last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that may be why.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that may be the reason that he stayed in the pocket and threw the ball.
Oh, okay.
Moving on down the list, we've got another big game. Scrolling all the way down to Oregon and Washington
Now,
today.
your boy, now you finna figure out why he left Auburn. You finna see the same quarterback that was out here at Auburn to that game right
So
there.
you saying Washington's gonna pull off the
Man,
win?
Washington gonna chin check him. He gonna be looking. They gonna
Washington's good this
gonna
year,
throw
but I
interceptions.
think Oregon is really good.
Oregon.
I mean, Oregon's ranked 8th, Washington's ranked 7th.
Washington good.
But I'm going to tell you, I think Oregon wins that game today.
hey,
It's at Washington, but I think Oregon wins
you
it.
know, I would tell you to put me a couple of coins on it. Put it on the table. Let me get that. Nasty.
Texas A&M at Tennessee, Rocky Top. Are we going to hear Rocky Top much today? Does Jimbo right the ship today?
Texas gonna get beat today.
I think Tennessee gonna win.
You think Jimbo can do it?
Not in Tennessee.
Jimbo
Not
Fisher.
in Tennessee.
Texas A&M at Tennessee. No, Texas A&M at Tennessee.
Not in Tennessee.
Not yet. They will be in a couple
I got
years.
Tennessee on that one. So.
Yeah. Go down there.
Go on vacation.
Is it still on fire?
Let me say this. Jimbo played well against a good Alabama team. We're saying Alabama's getting better.
Yeah.
So,
In Texas.
would you let me finish my story?
Well, go ahead.
Jimbo wins today at Rocky Top. I think Texas A&M gets it done. What do you think?
Now, I'm not going to let you finish nothing else.
Well, go ahead. What do you think?
Because you shouldn't have said that.
Well,
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
suicide.
don't call me. I need some coins on that.
Yeah. I think Tennessee gets it done.
I
It'll
think
be a
that
good game though.
I like A&M today. I think they can get it done. I think, hey, they run into a buzzsaw last week. Everybody was counting Bama out. I mean, except for true Bammers.
You got some?
But they didn't really believe. They just was hoping.
Yeah.
But last week, I think Bama showed us a lot about who they are and where they're headed. I mean, I really do.
Everybody like to counsel and say that somebody don't work their issues out today.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening. You're not going to beat Tennessee.
Is Louisville for real? Let's ask that question.
They are.
Are they for real?
They are.
So they're going to take care of business with Pittsburgh today.
Yes.
Yeah, they will.
Yes.
The Auburn Tigers.
LSU.
That's
6
going to be hard
o'clock.
to talk about right there.
Yeah.
Huh? What you got to say?
I think Auburn's defense is okay.
The Auburn defense is good. I'm going to not take nothing away from that. The matchups today against Auburn defense is not in Auburn's favor. The matchups with the quarterback and wide receiver is not in Auburn's favor today.
But this game don't seem like it's in all favor.
Well, it's not, because if Auburn's defense can't keep them in the game, they're not going to win, because their offense is definitely not going to keep them in the game. So
So what are you saying?
I'm saying it could be a lot early and ugly. But I will say this. Auburn LSU games always have something happen. Earthquakes, fires, burn down buildings. So they may be a hurricane come through there tonight.
Having babies on the
Because
field.
things happen, weird things happen in an Auburn LSU game. So
game
we'll see how
gonna
that. It's at LSU.
I got LSU.
Listen,
LSU.
look at me.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you. LSU's going. I got to take LSU. I would love to pick Auburn
I know
with
you
my
would.
heart, but I'm going to go with my head and say LSU pulls off. I wish they could keep it close, but I don't think it'll stay close. Auburn is not. The freeze era has not started at Auburn yet. We got to give them a couple years.
It's below sea level.
And right now, you got to turn the refrigerator down. We got to get some more players in. We have no players.
It's
We
below-
got take that back. Auburn, don't get me mad at when I say that.
LSU.
We need more players.
True.
It's a different type. Listen, LSU is a different type species down there.
USC, Notre Dame. I think USC can beat Notre Dame after last week. I hope they beat the brakes on. I want Notre Dame to lose every time
He
they
don't
play.
like Notre
For
Dame.
real?
He don't like Notre
You
Dame.
don't like Notre Dame?
I don't know why.
I don't like Notre Dame.
Why?
I just don't. Because they keep putting them in. Notre Dame don't play in a conference. And they keep putting them in this doggone national championship high.
And they get blown
And
out.
they get blowed out.
Yeah, they
I don't
do.
like Notre Dame. So I like to go ahead and thump them and get them out of the picture early.
Okay.
Now, it's going to be a little bit hard to do with 12 teams next year. But because 12 teams make the playoff.
Yeah.
But right now, we
LSU
can thump
gonna
them,
be
get
that
them,
area.
get them out of there. Out of
Man,
there.
Notre Dame beat that area.
Yeah, every year. Miami with their bonehead move last week, the dumbest move in college football. Coach should have been fired immediately after the game. They've got North Carolina today. North Carolina probably
I thought North
takes
Carolina-
care of
yeah, I
business
do too.
at North Carolina.
They playing at North
At North Carolina.
You know, North Carolina kind of disappointed me. Got a couple games back here. They'll do some stupid stuff too.
Missouri at Kentucky. Does Kentucky bounce back this week?
Nope.
Missouri's got a good football
Missouri
team.
got a good
Yeah, they're
team.
pretty good.
And so does Kentucky bounce back this week after that embarrassing loss? I mean, they look worse than Auburn did against Georgia. Georgia embarrassed them.
Yeah, they did.
Missouri
I got
is gonna
Missouri.
embarrass.
Yeah, Missouri's going to win that game.
UCLA, Oregon State. Could be a toss up there. I mean, UCLA is ranked
Everybody's
18th.
one of those
Neither one of them teams. I don't know.
You don't care about either one of them.
No.
Duke, North Carolina State. Be the last
Duke
one we
is
talk
the
about.
best team in the world.
Duke's the best team in the
I'm
world.
going with Duke because of Riley Leonard. So,
Best
you know,
team.
that quarterback's from the
Duke-
Mobile area.
Duke.
So,
Guys, that's about wrap our show up for the day. We've covered a lot.
You won't get Duke.
We covered a lot. I'll
Yeah,
take Duke in
great.
that game. I'm giving them credit.
yeah,
I like Duke.
Yeah.
I like Duke. You like Duke mayonnaise?
Duke mayonnaise too.
That's what I was talking about.
Better than Hellman's. Dex, give me a rundown right now on what this weekend held for you. What you thought was something
As
you know
far
about
as high
this
school
weekend.
Football, you know, there's a lot of games this week. Got to see a lot of kids in person that I haven't seen yet. So, exciting week. Like I said, White Plains is making some noise. A lot of other teams are making noise. So, overall, a lot of great football was played this week.
I gotta say this. Old Biggins has been hurting on that ball run, Johnny.
Yes, he is. He's standing there. He's finna do some hurting on it. I got to say this before we go. Atlanta Braves, your whole coaching staff need to be fired. Nobody plays small ball in baseball no more.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's all I have to say before we go.
I agree with that. And the Braves have been hurt my feelings last week, and the Braves. I mean, come on, Braves. What is going on?
They at home now.
I know it.
Nobody bunt, lay the ball down, move it around over. They don't do that no more. Everybody want to swing for home run.
I know. So,
Thinking
a
about the
great show. Hey, high school football. If you're a high school football fan, you live in the right place. Because we got some great high school football games.
We really do.
Had them last week. They're only going to get better as we move into this playoff era. Everybody trying to get in. Guys, we appreciate it, and we'll see you next week. Oh, well, let me stay on. We ain't got to leave yet. We got 15 seconds. What you got, King? One word in 15 seconds.
My mic is off.
His mic is off. That's the greatest thing that's ever been said. His mic is off, and we will leave on that note.